quick explanation about the role-playing game Deep Space. It's basically a near future. Well, it's about 140 years into the future, but so it's near as damn it. And basically, mankind has developed an engine which allows them to travel anywhere in the galaxy within range of their engines in one day. So they're starting to colonise different worlds, but they've actually taken their prejudices and their problems and their borders with them into space. So you have different nations building up into space and having the same problems that we've got on Earth as a Cold War. So imagine Alistair MacLean novels, but set in deep space. So it's basically that with a kind of a retro feel to it. So the golden age of science fiction. Basically take any images from the front cover of a pulp book from the 1970s or 80s and live with that kind of design. So the game itself is very simple. Everybody has 11 skills and they have some health points. And if they want to make a skill roll, they roll a single d12. They add their skill level to that roll, and the target number is always 13. The skill level is modified whether it's harder or easier. That's it. That's the system. It's dead simple. It's available now, 4 pages long, and it's only £1. So, or £1. I shouldn't have put the plural in there. So, yeah, excellent stuff. So let's just crack on. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to introduce the characters. And I'm going to go in screen order that I'm looking at here. So we'll start with you, Tony. So if you want to introduce your character, and do you want to let us know who they are, and also what their 2 top skills are, so that we know exactly how good they are in a certain area. And also, I'm going to ask a single question of every single person to get this game started. If you were in your house and your house was on fire and you had to grab one item before you ran out of the house, and it wasn't a living, breathing creature like a pet, just one item, what would it be? So I'll start with you, Tony.
Okay. So I'll introduce my character first. So tonight I am playing Tamara Howard. So Tamara is a rough and tumble, ready to go. Like just a tough breed, like coming on to being on spaceships has learned to be a little bit tougher, being able to stand up for herself, and within that has grown and hit the gym a few times to be able to protect herself and others, which is why her top 2 skills are strength and range combat. Now, it sounds really bad, but like right now, I think if I needed something out of my house, it generally probably would always be my phone that, it'd be my phone that I'd pick up. Cause phone,
so technically like a communications unit,
communications unit, yeah. And
so write that on your character sheet.
Yeah.
And that's what you've got.
Okay.
And what were your 2 top skills, sorry?
Strength and range combat.
Gotcha. Brilliant. Bit of a fighter. So, Lloydington, we'll move on to yourself.
Mine's Logan Reed. His top skills are subterfuge and agility.
Oh, so what kind of person is he?
I think officially he's just a regular passenger on board the transport. I think he's just sort of more of a, like a corporate fixer type.
Interesting.
And I was toying with the idea that his like item he would save from his house would be like his lucky briefcase.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and what's inside the briefcase?
I think it's more the briefcase is sort of like from like stuff that's happened to him in the past, like either like from like hits or sabotage or whatever. It tends to be the thing that the briefcase is. It's like that thing that like people have like lucky matchboxes and things where like it stops bullets or whatever and saves their lives, and he always has it with him. For like his documents and stuff, because he thinks it's a lucky charm.
No problem. Okay, so you have that, and then we move on to Scone from Scone's Tavern. So introduce your character and what one item it is.
Well, my character's named Adam. He is he has the highest skills in science and charisma. So a very charismatic scientist. And what would I take from my home if it would be on fire? Yeah, I'm not allowed to say my puppy because that's what I would take now.
I tell you what, if you really want to say grab your puppy, then I'll allow that. Because animals are allowed on
Labradoodle.
Labradoodle.
So I'll
Brilliant.
have a Labradoodle.
Okay, so you've grabbed your Labradoodle as you, as things progress. And then that leaves us with Andy. If you want to introduce your character, please. 2 top skills and what item you take.
My 2 top skills are agility and subterfuge, and my name is Tanner Rock.
Yeah. You what? A walk?
Tanner Rock.
Oh, right, gotcha. I thought you said walk. I thought that's what you were grabbing out your house.
No.
I was going to say, what the hell? So, oh, we're all in danger, but I'm going to cook a great chili.
I'm going to take my Posey new phone, which is I love the phone, so yeah, I love my tech. But
Okay,
I'm a bit of I've just been worked up from cryo sleep because, like I say, I'm a super sub, and that's why I'm here, because I just woke up from cryo sleep, and yeah.
Well, I'll be honest with you, there's no cryo sleep. You are given a bunk to stay in because the journey's
all
already...
right, someone just went, I was like, bagpuss.
Yes.
It just feels like cryo sleep because there's a hole in the insulation.
Yeah, it's just really dull and cold.
Yeah.
It's cold in space.
Yeah.
So, okay, it's no problem at all. So, these are our characters, and let's just get straight into the action. Basically, you got yourselves on a vessel called the Cupbearer. And the Cupbearer is a capital states starship jumping from system to system. And it's one of those vessels that travel around the capital states nation, going from star system to star system at different stops. It'll spend half a day there and then move on. It's basically just a passenger transfer system. Unfortunately, it costs quite a lot of money to keep these things going. And one of the things the capital states likes to do is tax things. So the captain's had a fantastic idea. Why not make the jump to the next system, but instead of actually going through capital states territory, go through international waters, basically an area which is barely charted that ships can go through. And if he does that, he won't actually have to pay any tax on this particular journey. Absolutely fantastic idea. Unfortunately, this is where the next step comes in. The next step being is that you are sat in your rooms, and then next thing you know, the lights go out. There's a horrible shuddering through the ship. You get that sense of nausea and a little bit disorientation. You've obviously jumped out of singularity jump, and then there's a massive, horrible booming sound for the vessel, like the vessel's been hit by something huge. Alarm starts going off. Warning lights start flashing. Emergency lights flicker on and off, and then you can barely hear over the noise. You can barely hear the cacophony, barely hear the announcer saying, "Please make your way to the nearest emergency exit. If we are actually in transit, please make your way to the nearest escape pod." And next thing you know, there's doors opening and people are shouting, "What the hell's going on?" The corridors are filling up with people. There's probably about 150 people on this vessel. It's only about 100 meters long, and they're all sort of bit confused as to where they should go. There's lights flickering and pointing in different directions. Your characters don't really know each other, and then the crowds are being pushed in different areas, and they're being forced into these little escape pods. Looking out of a window, you have no idea what's happened. You don't recognize the system. There's a huge planet out there with a ring around it, but it's almost black because you're in the shadow of it. But you're also in what looks like a really dense asteroid field. And there's asteroids bouncing off the window. You can actually hear them hammering against the hull. And there's explosions, and there's fire, and there's people shouting and screaming, and it's just getting extremely confusing. And then before you know it, you're into this escape pod, which is shaped like a D4, and you're all basically piled in. This in total, there's 6 of you. There's you 3, you 4, and then 2 others. Well, technically 7, including the Labradoodle. And then you're all basically on this escape pod. And before you've even had a chance to get the straps on, there's a huge thump as one of the people who's actually in a ship's uniform grabs hold of this huge candle, yanks it down, and blows the escape pod away from the ship. Looking out of the small hatch, you see the actual vessel itself. It's quite long with 4 massive tubular engines at the back, and it looks like it's almost been completely sheared in half. And as you move away, you get away from it by about a mile and a half. And then you can see the interior of the engines, like the engines are just melting, and an expanding ball of gas. And then the engine explodes, and the ship itself and all around it is vaporized. What this escape pod needs right now is a pilot. So who's got the highest piloting skill?
Adam. Mine is 8.
Mine's
I have a
5.
skill of 1.
Mine's 1.
Okay. So
Great.
what you need, there are controls. The actual controls themselves is basically controls the attitude thrusters, but a lot of the controls on different starships are built to be very similar to each other. So it's like getting in a car. So there's some differences, but the actual fundamentals are the same. So at the moment,
have a steering wheel.
It's more like 2 sticks, 2 sticks and a pedal. So basically, and then behind you, you actually see the engine, the actual vessel, the cup bearer is an expanding ball of superheated gas, and there's a wall or like a sphere of debris heading in all directions. You can actually see asteroids getting vaporized and being pushed out of position.
Put on some gas.
Good at calculating how those asteroids would move towards me.
Very
thanks.
quickly. There you go. There's
Do that in your head.
answer.
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Well, I have high science, so.
Don't tell Lord the odds. So, Lloyd, what do you want to do? Well,
I want to put on some gas.
You've got incoming debris, so yeah.
Stack, dodge, dive, and dodge.
Okay, so make a D12, add your piloting skill to it, and your target number is 13.
7 on the dice plus 8, 15.
15, brilliant. So the ship is sluggish, it's very slow to respond, it's not designed for these kind of manoeuvres, but you are getting hit by debris, that's completely unavoidable. But you sort of like, it's like turning into a wave, so when the shockwave catches you, you're kind of like riding it, and then the larger chunks of asteroids and debris are flying past you. This goes on for about 2 or 3 minutes. The actual escape pod itself is shaking violently, everybody's having to hang on. The other 2 people, one's a really big, tough-looking guy. The other one's a shorter lady in the uniform. And after about 4 or 5 minutes, the vibrating slows, and then you manage to get control. And it's a little bit easier now.
Phew, that was close.
Are we out of
figure
it?
out where we are, where we're going to go next.
Yeah.
Can we see any of the other pods, even if it's just dots of light anywhere?
You're the only one that made it.
God damn it.
Oh.
It looks like it's just us.
Where even are we? What the hell happened?
I don't know. I kind of wish there was someone from the crew here that we could just, beat some answers out of. But alas.
Always easy to blame the crew.
Well, I mean, I'm a passenger, so that's kind of my job.
Well,
do we have any computer systems in this so we could get a readout on that planet to see whether it's habitable or not?
The very basic scans, but no, it's a gas giant. It's not habitable at all.
We need to. I don't know what range we'll have on these things, or the comms. We should probably see if there's a beacon. We can get a beacon set up.
Yeah, there's a beacon that you can send out, but it could be days, even weeks. Remember, you're in unexplored, uncharted space.
I know. That's it. We have to see if there's a place we could either set down for the longer term, or just. But still, we need a beacon out to be. The person, one of the other people are in there. The shorter woman. She's wearing blue uniform. Looks like she's quite from an important position as well. She's got the shoulder badges, she's got a chest badge, etc., etc. And she's looking out the window, and she's just shaking her head. I knew it. I told them. I said it was a stupid idea, but all he wanted to do was save some fucking money.
What are you talking about? What?
The captain.
What do you know?
He made a jump, but he decided to take a shortcut through unexplored space. This is international waters that we're in now. Because he needs to save money because we'd already overspent, and now we wanted to save money, not pay 20%, 25% tax on the jumping through capital state space. And then as soon as we jumped through, we knew that there might be a problem, but he said there was a 1,000,000 to 1 chance that this would happen. Well, this is the fucking one, isn't it? Anyway, we were traveling, we were making the jump. We were 12 hours into the journey. 12 hours into the journey, and then a massive gravitational anomaly literally just pulled us out of the drive, pulled us out of jump. And the next thing you know, we're in an asteroid field getting absolutely battered. Absolute prick.
The gravity will be that gas giant or something else.
Well, if that's a gas giant, then we need to go a little bit closer to the sun. We're just at the wrong range away from the sun to get in a habitable area for a planet where we could land on.
You want to go closer to the sun? Are you joking?
Gas giants
Well, we're probably quite far out.
away from the sun.
Yeah,
Well, you
well, don't go.
You didn't get
directly
you didn't
towards-
get hot gas giants closer, but doesn't matter. Let's go have a look and see. I think if we can do a scan,
Yeah.
see if there's anywhere that we could put down if we have to stay here longer term.
I'll be honest with you, says the lady. These escape pods don't really have the equipment for that. These are things supposed to eject in explored space, send out a signal, and then somebody will be with us within 24 hours. Of course, that's not going to happen.
I mean, they could still get us within 24 hours, couldn't they? I mean, I know we're in international waters, but...
He was avoiding tax, so he didn't log a flight plan.
Oh.
Nobody knows we're out.
What the hell
Surely
are we
there's a
going to
beacon
do?
on there, like a black box. What will come up and ping? But surely there's something like that on these escape pods. There's got to be like a beacon or something.
Yeah, there is, but like I say,
Because of the range.
It's designed to be activated in space, in explored space where there's markers
Right.
and monitoring stations. There's nothing like that out here. It could be weeks before somebody receives the signal. And these pods only last 72 hours.
Ah,
That
yeah,
was
'cause I was
going to be
thinking
my
about the
next
fuel.
question. Oh. Okay. So what do? We're just gonna wait here and suffocate? I mean, a
Well,
few less.
We need to find somewhere with air.
Is there a moon? Is there a moon around this gas giant? Which we
Who wants to run a quick scan on the system? Who's got a science skill?
Me,
No.
science is 7.
I have a science of 10.
Okay, yeah.
Make you roll. D12 plus your 10. And the target number's 13.
18.
So how much? 18. Excellent. It seems, from the limited scans that you can get from this escape pod, that this gas giant is the only thing here. But the confusing thing is that this lady that's with you, whose name plate says Chang, by the way, she said that the ship was pulled up by a huge gravitational anomaly. You know the word. And the weird thing being is that the only thing that can pull a ship out of singularity drive is either a black hole or a pulsar. And neither of those things are here.
So there are no planets in the Goldilocks zone.
There's nothing. However, about 12 hours away, towards the sun, is a very faint signal, and it's artificial.
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
It's an
think
acoustical
that-
beacon within 12
signal near
seconds.
the sun.
It's not.
Should we check it out? Or do people want to get really good at practicing their breathing exercises?
Couldn't we slingshot?
It might be a base.
Couldn't we
Okay,
slingshot
I'll go-
around this gas giant? Because that would save us on fuel, wouldn't it?
Let me do
Slingshot.
Yeah.
some calculations.
Make a science roll.
I mean,
This is going to be a little bit more difficult, so reduce your science skill by 2.
we ended up in
Yeah.
this position for somebody else trying to beat the system.
How much do I need to roll?
13 or more.
Well, I hit it on a nail. 13.
Oh, 13. Excellent. Yeah, you work out, it's a very simple burn from the trajectory that you're on at the moment. A little burn at this angle for 5 seconds. You should be able to do one orbit around the gas giant at a safe distance, and that should give you extra velocity. It'll also save you some fuel and maybe save you a few hours as well in the vessel. That will get you to wherever the signal is in 6 hours, not 12. You're thinking.
I tell that to tomorrow. Okay. Keep this angle. Go around the gas giant at this specific angle and this distance. Then we would save a lot of fuel and we would stay alive for longer.
Okay, I'll overhear this and I'll do that with the controls.
Yeah. Make a policy roll.
Oh, I thought tomorrow was flying.
No, I'm just mouth.
Make another policy
then I
roll.
would
You haven't been paying attention.
And I'll let you add 1 to your roll because you've had a little bit of scientific help.
Sweet. That is 10 on the dice, so 19.
Yeah, you've done it. Yeah. You angle yourself up, no trouble. Hit the burn. deactivate the burn at exactly the right moment, and everything goes perfectly. Within 90 minutes, you've gone all the way around the gas giant, and then you've got yourself a nice head of velocity. I mean, this thing isn't built for that kind of thing, but hey, you got a scientist on board. Back off, man! I'm a scientist. So yeah, no problem at all. You shall make rendezvous with the signal in 6 hours.
And with scientists and science fiction, nothing ever goes wrong.
Okay. So you can do the calculations. You're pretty smart, huh? Do you think we can make it last even longer? So we can stay safe in here?
Well, I'm a scientist, not a mechanic.
Do science.
Food in here.
Do you
Maybe
know
if the
this?
mechanic and the scientist work together.
How can a mechanic can't you can't do anything inside as a mechanic to make things last longer, you know? Unless you want to pull out some wires. The thing that's driving us.
Let's go see where the signal is before I strangle anyone.
Within 2 or 3 hours, the signal becomes a little
It's
bit.
like kids on a road trip.
Are we there yet? Shut up!
Are we there yet?
Another 20 light years. Shut up!
8 hours to go.
I will turn the spaceship around. So yeah, within in
I'll just drive us into the gas giant to save myself the stress. Oh no!
Oh, I've lost you. Oh no, I lost you for a second.
You're back.
No, you're still there. Good.
Yeah.
So yeah, within a couple of about 2 hours later, the signal becomes a little bit more defined the closer you get, and it is an artificial signal, and in fact, it's a human signal. It's actually a starship beacon, as a detection, almost like a. It's not a distress beacon. It's like a locator beacon, and like a transponder, but it's really, really weak. Like it's receiving very little power. And then you don't have any kind of a telescope on this thing. All you can do is make visual contact. And then within about another 3 hours, you see a glint of light. Even in the darkness, it's like you've got the sheer black ahead of you. You've got this very far distant dot, which is the sun, giving you very little light. And then you see this very slight sliver of light as you get closer and closer, a little sliver of silver. I didn't want to put those two words together because they were too similar. And then the closer you get, the larger it gets. And that's when you see this Roma-class transport just drifting. Just outside the asteroid belt by the looks of it. There are a few asteroids around, small chunks of rock the size of Volkswagens and larger ones the size of houses. But really easy to navigate, you don't even have to roll. And then the closer you get, you see that it's damaged, like the hole has been punched through it. And there's little glittering bits of debris, like glitter, sort of around it, and a few bits of metal floating in space. And it's very dark.
Yeah.
Sadly, there's no instruments on an escape pod which can tell you its condition. But yeah, it's just drifting there in space.
Are there spacesuits on board of a?
Yeah, there's a evac suit, one for every occupant in case of emergency.
Do you think it'll have power, like backup power? It looks to be floating, but that just doesn't mean all the power's out. Do you think?
Better than nothing.
Just like
I
staring
would
out the window.
calculate our chances of survival better if we're on board of that ship.
Oh, will you now?
Can we dock to that ship? It's only docking. There should be a docking.
The closer you get,
There'll probably be an airlock of some sort.
Yeah.
yeah, the closer you get. If you look on the right-hand side of the, have you all got access to the picture? Yeah, you can all see the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the boarding ramp. By the looks of it, something's punched at the top of the hull, gone through the boarding ramp, and smashed out the bottom. So the boarding ramp's completely out. That's completely wrenched apart. But on the left-hand side, towards the rear, there is an upper airlock, an access airlock. Sorry, on the lower part of the ship, I should say, there's an access airlock. It comes down like a lift, but it also opens like a normal airlock as well.
And one other important question: is there a spacesuit for my dog?
Oh no, there isn't.
Oh dear.
You're gonna have to share a helmet, or they're gonna have to go in a full-size human spacesuit.
Well, the actual pod itself is designed to. It's got a circular entrance, and it's designed to attach to most airlocks. So, as a soft dock.
So that thought of a dog just being in a human-sized spacesuit, just flopping around, like, was its walking.
These little legs going. Oh, help! This isn't right, dog.
And just Cosmo. Run out Cosmo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's just talk. I mean, we can see if they've still got life support on. Maybe the hole is like blocked off, you know?
Well, there's no lights in any windows. You can't see anything at all. The ship looks dead.
Something happened to this ship, and maybe what happened to our ship we were on happened to that, but not as severe.
Yeah, let's hope so. Because if it's just a natural phenomena, then
there's no
nothing
natural
to worry about.
There's no natural phenomenon because Wang said that's only a pulsar and a supernova would do that.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also asteroids that could punch holes through ships.
Yeah,
But
but
see them
you
floating
mean-
around.
Like the actual physical damage that's been done.
Okay.
But let's go to the airlock and then we can see what the situation is.
it'd be nice to have a look to see what that blast mark was. If there's any, like, you could see if that's a clean or is there any scarring marks around it because you'd know that something hit it. Like, not.
I mean, like I say, the actual escape pod itself isn't very manoeuvrable, but you can do a sweep if you want to. So what do you want to do? Do you want to go straight to the airlock, or?
I think we can do it.
Yeah, mate.
I mean, science, can you do a scan?
There's no scanning equipment on the.
And no, we'd just have to try and see if we can land.
Yeah.
Or at least sync up with it so we can.
The only scan I can do is with my own eyes. There's no equipment on board.
God help us all.
Oh, we just got to take our chances then.
Yeah.
And see if we can find life support on this,
Yeah.
if there is any.
If we can get power and like an internal display, we might be able to get a readout of what the situation is on that ship.
Okay. So you're going to try and dock, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's go straight
yeah.
for it.
So can you make a roll then, please, Lloyd? Another D12 plus your piloting skill. Straightforward 13.
16.
Don't roll
Eight
the
for the
one.
dice.
Okay. 16, yeah?
Yep.
Yep, you bring it around. You can feel the bits of the debris floating around the vessel bouncing off the hull, like stones on a tin roof, as you slowly bring her around. And then you go underneath. There's no lights on the airlock, not on the control, not around it. The ship just seems dead in space. You basically lift the ship up, and you magnetically. The actual docking ring of the entrance into the escape pod is bigger than the airlock, so you can actually fit over it, and then it'll seal, and then you can open up your door and do what you need to do.
Nice.
It just makes it easier for other ships to get people out of escape pods in that case. That's the way it's designed.
I will leave the puppy in our ship.
Yeah.
Safe place for the puppy.
I hope so.
The inner airlock, your inner door opens to show the airlock. And then proudly stenciled across it is the words ISV Idaho.
I know what this ship is.
I mean, this is a very common transport vessel. People just use them just for general purpose, for tramp freighters, moving personnel, moving cargo. It's a very popular ship because it's easily modifiable and affordable.
I wonder if they tried to do the same that we did. Oh, our captain did. But I mean, as soon as it. Sorry.
No, the only way we're going to find out is if we get inside it.
Yeah.
If we get inside.
Yeah. If it turns out to be the case, and maybe two stupid people have one screwed us and one's bailed us out.
I'm going to step forward
Fingers crossed.
towards
Yeah.
the door.
Putting on the spacesuit.
Oh yeah, that.
You open up the access panel, and basically what you've got is a huge handle, sort of magnetic lock, and then a few buttons around it. By the looks of it, there's really faint power to it, so the lights are kind of flickering, but you are going to have to open it manually. The actual handle itself, you usually just twist it and the door just open, but in the case of emergency, you have to pull the whole handle out, and then it folds out into an L crank so you can turn it.
Okay.
It's going to take a couple of minutes. It's a pain in the arse.
Well, yeah, I'll pop in a suit and go and get that started.
Yeah, the other two people with you, Chiang and the other guy, you don't well, he hasn't said anything since you've been on there. Like I say, he was a big hulking dude, kind of a John Cena looking kind of dude with blonde hair. He's not said anything. And these,
that's why we didn't see him until now.
Yeah, that's right. Hey! So he's these suits are one size fits all, which is probably just as well because this guy's got the mountain. Basically, you put the suit on.
And the puppy can get in because one size fits all.
Human size.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want human size. I mean, you can get the dog in the suit with you if you really want to. That'd be quite entertaining, to be fair. So they get into the suits, and basically once you've done the top button, you press a button, and then the suit adjusts itself to the size of the body. It's quite a snug fit. It's not designed for spacewalks. You could probably last about 5 minutes out in space, or all through a vacuum area, but it's not designed for prolonged use.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone fastened up, suited.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll make a start on the door and manually override.
Yep. You stop cranking the handle, blah, blah, blah. The door opens and then, and then you got the first gap into the airlock itself. There's no rush of air, so obviously it's actually pressurised. And according to your suit systems, there's nothing toxic. There's actually air inside the airlock, hence the name airlock. So, yeah, you turn the handle, and after about 2 minutes, the door is finally all the way across, and you're basically looking, you're kind of looking up, actually, because you're in the base of the ship. So it's a little bit disorientating. When you climb up, your gravity is going to shift slightly. But by the looks of it, there's gravity, because you see there's 2 spacesuits in there hanging against the wall. So, yeah, everything seems dark but safe.
Have you got lights on our spacesuit? We should have lights.
Yes, you have. Yeah, you got just a tiny little LED light which attaches to the side, of the helmet.
Yeah.
The helmets look like old school cosmonaut helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start heading forward. Clip the light on and just scanning around.
Yeah.
You pull yourself up. Like I say, it's slightly disorientating because you're shifting one gravity for another one at different sort of angles, different levels. On most vessels, they've got things called gravity plates, and what happens is when the ship's running, these gravity plates are constantly charged, so they create anti-gravity. They're actually in the ceiling pushing down, so that's what creates a feeling of gravity. So if the engine shuts down, if there's no power, actually you still retain gravity for quite a long time. And by the feels of it, this ship's still got gravity. So it couldn't have been damaged that long ago. So so you pull yourself up into the airlock, and it's quite a large airlock, quite comfortably fit for fully spacesuited people. So there's plenty of room.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll get everybody in and do the doors, innit?
Yeah.
Let us in.
Yeah, no worries. The interior doors, again, you're going to have to pull a handle out and do the old crank thing because there's just not enough power. So the only light you've got is now off your helmet lights and whatever misty light is coming out of the escape pod that you left behind, which is on emergency lighting anyway. Again, you pull the handle out, turn it into a crank, start turning, and then the inner airlock opens. And then you're staring into the cargo room. So just to your right, looking into the cargo room, you see the cargo lift, which is used to load the vessel when it's landed. You've got the cargo area itself, which at the moment appears to be empty. You've got cargo netting all over the place, cabling, straps, but everything is stowed away. They're quite ship-shape, actually, so looks like they weren't actually transporting any cargo. And then to your left, there's an open door which goes into suit storage. By the looks of it, the door's been left open. It's just a lockable, slidable door, nice and simple. And where there should have been 6 suits, now there's only 1. By the looks of it, the other suits have all been taken. Although there is 1 suit lying on the floor, and the helmet is smashed, the glass is smashed, which is difficult to do on these things because they're like half an inch thick and reinforced by titanium and diamond. And the suit itself has been torn.
Oh. Okay.
Torn, like ripped or slashed?
Yeah.
Like
Ripped.
that.
Yeah, there's no sign of it being neat. It's quite ragged, and it's down the left-hand arm and down the around the sort of the waist and the stomach.
Ooh.
But no sign of blood. It's just ripped.
There's no sign of blood, no. But it looks of it, it's torn the outer shell of the suit, but didn't actually get through the inner protective layer. There's a quite bulky environment suit. Sort of, if you imagine just like a normal sort of 1970s astronaut suit.
Yeah.
That's a cord on something.
All the pattern, yeah.
That's still quite a rip to get through all that.
Oh yeah.
Be fabric.
Someone must have had a weapon or a knife or something to do.
I mean, I'm sure there was everybody was panicking.
Maybe there's some debris from whatever hit the ship.
Yeah.
But you'd see, is there any debris on the floor?
No, the actual.
But not be in the same room as the damage is done.
Yeah.
I've got a sneaky feeling that being a sneaky person, that could be sabotage. Maybe that's me thinking.
Is that what you would do?
No, but if there's someone on there you don't like, you're gonna get everyone out and then screw someone over. That's I'll stop saying I would do that, but you could do that.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna put a sus icon in the chat.
Yeah.
I'd like to call an emergency meeting.
I'm a sneaky person, so I'm just.
What is happening? You are picking up every time.
I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, because it could have just been damage elsewhere, and they brought the leftovers of the suit here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people wouldn't want to kill other people. It's a panic situation. But I mean, maybe they got a different suit, and if it's not been down there that long, they might still be around somewhere. These suits, is it just? Do they have a limited amount of oxygen?
The vac suits that you're in, 2 hours.
No,
the space suit, the big space suit, 24 hours.
Okay.
We need to get the systems turned on if we can. So
at the moment, your vac suits, you've got these little readouts, or these wrist computers, the length of your forearm, give loads of data about what's happening and your blood pressure, etc., etc. And right now, it's showing that it's cold, probably about 4 degrees in here. But there is breathable. The life support is working. There is breathable atmosphere.
Oh, okay. If that's what it says, then I'm not gonna take the helmet off. Is it one that you can take the screen up, or do you have to take?
Yeah, you just unclip it, and then it magnetically unseal, and you can just slot the visor up. Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I notice that, I'll be slipping the visor up just to save the oxygen in that. Just like
It's really cold air. The moment your visor goes up, you can see your own breath. As well, when you get a little bit of frosting in the air, so you get a little bit of glitter, sort of just your lights on your helmet are picking up this sort of glittery frost. Yeah, it's freezing in here.
Maybe
it's almost like early morning to you.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, yeah, it's a bit.
It's a bit blue in the face.
Yeah, just. I mean, it's to save the oxygen of the suit, but we need, I don't know, maybe find a smaller room. Not so big open space.
Is there anything in this large room, or is it just empty?
In the cargo bay, no, it's empty.
Okay.
It's like I say, all the webbing and cabling and strapping is all being stowed away, so it looks like it was on a journey, but just not taken. Sorry?
Are space pirates a thing?
In this setting, oh yeah.
And especially in this space, you never know. We're in international waters.
Two in this space monkey fighting yacht.
Sorry, Scott, what did you say?
I think it's freezing.
It's frozen.
Struggling to pose.
I was about to say, yeah, he's frozen, but at the moment it looks like he's deep in thought.
He's in just deep thought, yeah.
He's doing his
You can see it on his face. It's just like, you son of a bitch.
I think he's doing this.
He's back.
There he is.
We lost you for a second there, Scone. You look well serious.
You guys keep freezing up for me every time.
Dude,
This might be the Discord
Discord's being
connection.
bitchy.
That's how cold it is in this spaceship.
What were you saying earlier? It's good.
Well, I was saying, are there actual nations in space? Because saying international waters, well, there's no water in space.
I mean,
Let's say that international war is just he's just a reference. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but hey, I'm a scientist.
It's like you're not literally scared shitless, are you? So it's just a saying.
Are these kind of ships, you say they're pretty common? Is it common, like, layout as well? So, like, we'd have...
Yeah, I mean, you've been on enough of these ships to know the layout. So, yeah, that's why I'm showing you the map. So, you know the layout of one of these vessels. What is in each of the rooms, you don't know, because, like I say, they're wonderfully modifiable for different reasons. Like, where you've got all the passengers' quarters, you can rip all those out and make them specialist quarters, or make them specialist cargo areas sealed for different kinds of exotic materials and this kind of thing.
Okay.
So this is why they're popular. They can be adjusted depending on what kind of mission or job they've got.
Could I have a look in the engine room? Can we get in the engine room? Is it the door's most probably sealed, magnetic?
Yeah, the door is sealed and code locked. It's an important part of the ship.
Science man, can you do maths on that and fix it and get through it?
Didn't I already tell you that I'm a scientist, not a mechanic?
Yeah, but
Yeah, science.
Well,
you need to be clever to get
code
bypass
lock.
the stuff. You need the maths and the numbers, don't you?
Yeah, it's code lock, mate. Science, numbers, my friend.
Hudson would have bypassed.
I could try to bypass it, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's going to be difficult. So I'm going to ask you to halve your science skill, rounding down, and roll against that. Difficulty 13.
wow.
You can do it. I have faith in you, Scott.
Nope.
Oh, God, you're useless. I knew it.
12. It's a 12.
No. So, yeah, you pop the panel, you see the wiring, you can see how it works, but it's just not happening. Either they've beefed up their security system from the standard, or I don't know. You're probably still in a little bit of shock, a little bit disorientated. The air in here is freezing cold, so you can actually feel it through the suit now how cold it is in here. But no, you can't bypass it. Although your roll is high enough to tell you that there has to be a control center somewhere which will allow you to unlock the engine room door.
Okay. That's what I say.
We need to get out of this big space because this.
Yeah.
We need to get.
Yeah, let's go
So
find the crew.
what can we see in the way of exit?
So where you headed to?
Just out the cargo bay, so we'll be going up into the
north.
Toward. Like you said, this was a very basic layout of a ship. All these ships look the same.
Yeah, on the inside, yeah.
Then I definitely want to go to the escape pods to see if they were ejected or not.
Gotcha. Okay, then we head up to that door, which is sealed. Again, you'll have to hand crank it, unfortunately. But who's going first?
I'll be hand cranking, so if nobody else doesn't push past me, then I will probably go through it first.
Yeah. And Adam, what are you doing with your Labradoodle? He's come out now. Of course,
The puppy can go first.
I left the Labradoodle on the escape pod.
On the escape pod, yeah, where it's warm. Yeah. Okay. You pull the hand crank, the door slides open. About 2 minutes later, it's fully open. There's a little bit of light, but it's from a single smashed emergency light, which is further down the corridor near where the gun well is on the map in front of you. But the first thing you do notice is the blood splashed on the floor and up the wall on the right-hand side. And it's not just blood either. It's like little lumps of gore and little flaps of flesh. And then you even see little bits of fingers lying on the floor.
Like someone exploded.
I'm going to ask you to make a medicine roll.
All of us?
No, just Tony.
I have 1 in medicine, so
I actually thought that was my lowest, but it's not.
I have 5 in medicine, so.
And I rolled a 1.
1, there we go. Never, ever roll a 1. Suddenly, Tony explodes. No, so you sort of look down, and it looks like something has exploded because it's like a splatter. But it's just the arm. God knows where the rest of the body is. But yeah, it's quite gruesome.
Would that be caused by what's happened to when we looked at the ship, the boarding ramp? Would that have been caused by that, or
no? Because the boarding ramp's actually further up. So this other than the exploded arm on the up the wall, there's no damage in here.
Well, I'm going to say, I told you so. Sabotage. I'm sneaky, and if you're going to sabotage something, if you're going to be a sneaky pirate, yeah, you'd kind of screw people over. Yeah.
or maybe it's someone who needs to get better at throwing grenades.
Yeah.
Let's keep looking.
Yeah. Let's just watch your step. Yeah, just watch your step.
As you step into the corridor, again, you've still got the glistening frozen walls. There's a little bit of moisture in the air. Also, the gravity plates have worn down a little bit, so you're not feeling bouncy, but probably about 10-15%. So you're just feeling a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
You can now feel the cold. The actual cold has gone down a little bit more, so you can feel the cold through the suit now. The further you move away from the Singularity engine, and as you get down to the crossroads, ahead of you, you can see the corridor goes off into the darkness. You can see the gunwale to the left, and to the right, you see the larger, like, double door airlock for the main ramp. But there's also a spacesuit, or what looks like a spacesuit, lying on the floor in front of that door. And there appears to be like equipment scattered around, like piping and what look like gas canisters around them as well. But that's all you can make out in the gloom. Your LED light's not that bright. It's for emergencies only. Then to your left and right, you just got corridors.
Are we able to see if those canisters are oxygen?
No, you can't see writing at this distance. You'll have to get closer.
Can I ask Chan? Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Chan's with us, isn't she?
Yes, she is. Yeah, she's at the back, quite nervous.
Of course, the one with the highest rank always stays behind.
Yeah, Chan obviously recognises this ship, but she must have maybe seen this before, possibly. This sort of.
I've not seen this before. I mean, I know this is a Roma class. Everybody knows the Roma class.
Yeah, of course.
But obviously, by the looks of it suffered the same fate as us. Maybe they got pulled into the anomaly as well.
Well, where's this anomaly then?
Out there somewhere.
Could I have a look at the discarded spacesuit while everyone's chatting?
Are you heading forward, yeah?
Yeah, I just want to check the spacesuit and I was going to see if I can see anything inside it.
I just want to confirm that you're heading forward on your own, yeah? Okay, brilliant. So
how far away are we? I thought we were by that door.
It's only
it was off that right rather than ahead.
It's only 4 or 5 meters. 4 or 5 meters of death. So yeah, so you go walking forward. Yeah,
finally you
looks of it,
understand.
The actual canisters are acetylene canisters. There's a small portable acetylene torch or a plasma torch, which is like the equipment is lying on. He's in a full spacesuit like the guy behind, and again, you up the leg and up the chest, you can see the rip marks. Except by the looks of this one, it's actually managed to get through, and the face plate is smashed to pieces as well. And by the looks of it, that massive airlock door, it got halfway through welding it shut.
His chest is bursting, you said?
No, it's something slashed it, and then he's trying to weld the door up, which stopping something coming in or getting out.
Oh, that's the airlock to the boarding ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I would say we'd have to finish that well. Is that how tidy is that well? I guess that's rushed, isn't it?
It's not tidy at all. But I mean, you'd have to do something pretty special with explosives or something to get through it, or the laser cutter.
Because
makes
I
me
just want to
wonder.
know. Sorry.
Makes me wonder if he was trying to do the weld and something got him halfway through. So.
Yeah, he got halfway through, but the closer you get, I say he got through, but similar to what you saw back in the corridor, it's like his body's exploded. Inside the helmet, it's exploded all inside the helmet and it's splashed across the floor. Where it's got ripped through the leg and through the arm, all that's exploded as well. The limbs have just literally like they've swelled and popped.
That's
It's actually
so I thought it was gonna.
they wanted to do is see if the body's damages are from an outer source or came out of him.
No.
Do you think it's like
Something smashed.
a vacuum problem?
Well,
I was
after
gonna-
what Jones says, you can actually see it now. The glass itself is outwards, as is the rip. All the wiring and mesh is bent outwards, and by the looks of it, he exploded. His head exploded, his arm exploded, and his right leg exploded. But just those limbs, not the rest of the body, just those limbs.
That's decompression, isn't it? I'd have thought. But then again, your internal organs would go first, I'd have thought.
Yeah, the whole body would go. Not in this case, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Just his head, his right arm, and his leg. There's all little bits of desiccated flesh and gore, of course, frozen now in this atmosphere. So it kind of looks like pudding.
How sealed is this vessel by looking at that door? Is that...
He got halfway through, welding one half of it, so the other half can still be opened, if you know what I mean. Because it's like a double door, sliding door. So he got through halfway, and then.
But is it closed at the moment, or is it open?
It's closed at the moment.
Yeah. So
And in fact, you got a very faint screen, and by the looks of it, the boarding ramp area is completely decompressed because that's where the hole was went through.
So we're trying to seal that up. So we need to really seal that up before we get any systems started. Otherwise, we could. That's what I would do anyhow. Maybe seal the rest of that weld up.
I mean, with it being an airlock, it shouldn't automatically open. But I mean,
Yeah, but
sealing it wouldn't be a really bad thing. But saying that, we need the power on.
I think I would get someone who's got good mechanical to maybe use the acetylene torch and fix that, or just seal that up completely.
Oh, so there's an actual torch? I thought it was just the gas. Oh, I missed that bit.
There was an acetylene torch.
Yeah,
All
there was a torch. His body's lying on it. Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah. I just heard.
How long do you think it would take?
Well, has anybody got a mechanical skill?
Depends how good you want it done.
Yeah, I've got.
Quick and dirty is fine, so long as it works.
Yeah, I've got 6.
I've got. Yeah.
My mechanical is only a 2, so.
Yeah, mine is 2. That's why I'm asking someone else.
Yeah,
Tony, I'll let you do the honours.
it depends how
That's why I'm saying I'm
quick you want it
not a
done.
mechanic.
Like we can do a quick job, but it just won't hold as long. But I mean, how often do you think someone's going to be trying to open that door and banging on it? You know?
We are in uncharted space.
Yeah.
E.T.
We haven't even. We might even know more about the Earth's oceans than we know about space.
Okay.
And we haven't still discovered everything of that. So who knows what life could be in space? So just close it.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, who invited Brian Cox?
No, he's just a regular cock.
He's a scientist. He's a scientist.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I can give it a go. I can start closing it. I'm not.
Mechanical roll, please.
Yeah. Make it 6. So 6 and 6 is 12.
It's a messy job, and as you go burning through it. But what's nice about this job is that it's the heat. You can feel the heat on your face because, of course, your visors up.
That's
So you
probably
feel
why
the heat on your
it's
face.
I'll probably just
Yeah, yeah,
every now and again.
it's actually-
Oh, that's nice.
It's actually quite pleasant. So
That'd be really
yeah.
disconcerting for everyone watching. He's just like,
Yeah, it's all so
You're like, should we leave her? Should we leave her alone with her welding? She's clearly quite enjoys it.
Where is everybody else at this point? While she's welding, it's going to take a few minutes for her to get through it. So
I'm going to go
with,
back to the escape pods.
yeah.
I haven't even really checked if they were still there.
Okay. Well, we'll go from bottom to top this way. So Andy, what are you doing first?
I was with Tamara in case she didn't succeed. I was going to help her with the welding.
No worries at all. You have to cover your eyes slightly because, of course, you don't want to be staring straight.
Yeah, obviously we should have a flash guard on it, shouldn't we? Well, not a flash guard.
He polarises in the area. It's not great because these are cheap suits, but he polarises in the area. And of course, tomorrow you've got the fold-up flat bit. Yeah. So whatever you're going to do it fast. And he sort of, but I've got to stop with the alien references. I'm sorry. So it sort of goes burning through, and that's sending it quite nicely as far as you're concerned. So you're sort of with her and Skye, what are you doing?
I want to see if I can find any information at the escape pods, as some of them are gone or...
No, all the escape pods are intact. They're all in place and they're all intact. In fact, by the looks of it, because they've got sort of like seals on them, like emergency seals, none of them have been broken. So nobody's even tried to launch an escape pod.
Not even programmed a location or something on the space.
I mean, all the lights are on, the emergency lights are on, so they were there to be used because, of course, the ship got hit. So protocol says prep the lifeboats, but not one of them has been launched. All 4 of them are in place.
Then my second target will be the bridge.
Okay. And Lloyd.
Yeah, I mean, we can go through the bridge. Try to see what's on the way there. Might be best to get readouts and everything.
Okay, well, Scone, you head first because everybody else is doing what they're doing. So whilst the door's being cut, well, you walk up that corridor, and then to your right, you go past that door where it goes to storage. And then ahead of you, you see the big round table with the lights and screens over it, and the things. It's like a small gathering area, almost like a briefing / communal room. As you head towards it, in the darkness, to the far right of that room, something falls over. So it could be a cupboard, could be a panelling, something like that. But through your helmet, well, you don't actually hear that much because it overcomes. You kind of hear that muffled crashing sound. You hear it though, Tamara. You hear this. Something falls over in the corridor. Oh well.
I'd hear it as well.
No, because is your helmet up or down?
Oh, I got the visor up, didn't I? Because I was watching Tamara weld.
Yeah, so you hear the crash.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I hear someone.
Where?
Oh.
What was that?
Hello?
Are you stopping welding?
I probably just like do a bit of a weld, like, hello? Then do a bit more. Like just say hello, then give it like a second for anyone to respond, and then just like weld a bit more.
We only have the comms, right?
Sorry?
We only have the comms in our suits, right?
That's right, yeah.
Tamara, in space, no one can hear you scream. We only hear each other on the comms.
I heard shouting was fine in space.
Yeah?
That's what you want.
Just because we are on the same comm channel.
Sorry, do you want me to turn it off while I shout? Then just click to another channel, just like, hello?
Switch to channel 2, the non-scientist channel.
Intellectual one here.
I'm going to switch to classic FM.
Yeah. It's playing Beethoven's Ode to Joy. So you get
in a way, if you now connect to a radio channel that is broadcasted on Earth, you might get something from the 80s or something.
Yeah. Well, it was something
because of the time it took.
So you get to. So Lloyd, you get to the entranceway to that room, and it looks like around the room there's sort of kind of like mounted lockers. So people, just freestanding because it's just bullshit. And in the top right hand corner, one of those lockers has fallen down and crashed onto the floor.
And there was artificial.
Is there anything behind? Can we see behind where it kind of fell from?
It's just blank walled. Huh. Above it, there's like a thin air vent, but that's closed. But it's just a blank wall behind it.
Is the ship spinning or is it turning?
No, it's No, it's quite static.
I understand what's in the locker.
It is full on a derelict.
Yeah, but I just thought, because if it got hit, you'd expect that, wouldn't you? You'd expect the blast to shift it.
Yeah.
Depends how.
No, but you would, because the force of it, if it's going up or down, that would put a tilt on it, wouldn't it? Unless if it's a retro.
You'd rotate around, one axis, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, that would only happen if the power was completely out beforehand, wouldn't it? Because maybe before the power went out, it would settle itself, and then the power drained. Maybe because it was like there's a slightly different angle, but yeah.
That's why I said depends how. If it got hit while the engines were still running and everything, it could have stabilized itself, and the energy could be gone.
So anyway, a locker fell over.
Ow.
With no apparent cause, so nothing behind it. Who's closest to where I'm with this locker?
I am, I think. So I would
No, it's going, you're down with the escape pods. Everybody else is by the air boarding ramp door. So, Lloyd, you're on your own at the entrance.
Yeah. So something's just been knocked over here. Could someone come and back me up on this so I can check it out? In case we have visitors or, I don't know,
Well,
someone.
I'm going to leave Tamara doing that. Has anyone looked at the corridor across from... Has anyone looked at the passenger? Where the passenger
The quarters, no.
Could I take a wander down there, please?
Sure.
Yeah.
All the doors are unlocked, and even though they are automatic, they're actually on sort of rollers, so you can just hold off handles and pull them over.
Is there anything...
Yeah, in each one, you've got more exploded limbs, but not bodies, just limbs, like legs, arms. In the one room, it looks like somebody's torso has exploded, but then there's also smeared blood along the corridor. You've not noticed it. You're going actually under your feet. You've not noticed it until now because it's been quite dark and everything's got a frost over it. But if you kick away with your foot, the blood smears head down the corridor, then turn up past the gunwale, and then up towards in the direction of the bridge. And there's quite a lot of them as well.
Great.
Because I almost slipped over there because I was like, wait! No, is there anything else of interest, like any weapons or stuff? And
on the floor, in the room on the back left, on the floor is an automatic pistol. It's more of a thug gun. It's got really big, thick rubber rounds, so it doesn't penetrate the hull of a ship. It's a six shooter. It's a big, chunky six shooter. By the looks of it, 2 shots have been fired. It's still got 4 rounds in it.
Could I have that, please? Or...
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Not that I'm going to use it on anyone of our little crew, but I don't know what we're up against.
What? No one can.
You always have to say it in the most suspicious way possible.
I do, because I'm a sneaky, sly person, so I'm thinking, out of the box here. So, yeah.
Even though I'm a scientist, I do have pretty high skills in combat.
My range of combat is quite good.
I mean, once I'm done with the door, I'll be moving up towards where I've heard the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lloyd's still there.
Once we got back up, I'll go and
I think
check the locker out to see if there's something in it.
Because I was going towards the bridge.
Yeah.
I'm going to patch in the other people and say, I found a pistol with rubber rounds. 2 of them have been used, and there's 4 left in the chambers.
Rubber rounds?
It's not a revolver. Yeah, that's to prevent depressurization. I guess.
You don't want to shoot holes in the ship in space.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
There's
So,
2 rounds been used. That's okay.
Well, I haven't fired them. Someone else fired them.
Yeah, that's the strange part.
And there's blood smeared. Where I just walked from you, Tamara. There's blood smeared from that. From where we were, I walked down. It's back that way and going all the way up towards where the other guys went. So maybe they might see that smear on the ground. I don't know. I haven't seen any Adam and Logan.
So from the crew quarters all the way towards the bridge.
Well, now that he's pointed that out, and you look down and kick some of the frost out of the way, then yeah, there's blood smears across the ground. And they come through this room, and by the looks of it, they go into through the door that leads into the canteen. And that door should
save that door for last.
Bad blood smears. Is it like somebody's like, I want to say spilled blood, but you know what I mean. But like, blood's gone on the floor and they've like smeared it. Like, is they walking or smeared?
No, it looks like
they've been
it looks like
dragged.
it's been
Dragged, I reckon. Yeah. So I think.
Okay, if the blood smears are going that way, I'm going that way.
No, but it looks as if it's going towards you because I started
But
here.
it's going towards the canteen,
Yeah,
and I'm going towards the bridge.
yeah. Well, yeah, Simon, let's work it out, mate.
It's a massive scream from the cargo area.
From the
Scream.
Yeah, sounds like Chang.
Oh, Jesus.
I guess
Why
I'm
did you
close.
wander off?
I believe there was a famous quote in the 80s of a movie that said,
That's nice, let's get moving.
no one can hear you scream.
Sorry, I'm not that keyed up on my ancient history. Let's get moving.
Yeah. Who's heading down to the cargo?
oh
I'm
yeah.
closest. Like,
Yeah, all of us. Oh, I assume all of us, but
You go running down, and you run into the cargo. Chiang is sort of lying in the middle of the cargo room, and she's holding onto her arm. By the looks of it, her suit's been ripped open, and there's blood all in her arm. And I think she's on her knees shaking, and she's trying. Looks like she's trying to get to her feet, and she keeps sort of looking up as she's trying to get to her feet.
what happened, Jane? Did something hit you?
Stay still.
As soon as I see that, I look around if I at least see a first aid kit against the wall or something.
There's a medical bay literally to the left, well, to your right, as you come running into the cargo area.
Yeah, well, then I'll get a first aid kit and try to at least help her.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple of rounds. You get in there, and then it'll be a couple of rounds before you get back. But yeah, she's trying to get to her feet. She's completely white. Oh, well, it's cold anyway, and she's looking up at the ceiling as she's trying to move.
Can we see? Yeah, if we shine some light up there, do we see anything on the ceiling? There's any scratches or anything? Nothing.
No,
oh, you're going in the cargo bay because I think that's a bit of a stupid thing to do because I went to the cargo bay and then everyone else went in the cargo bay.
Yeah. Somebody screamed. We're gonna go to.
Yeah,
towards
someone is in danger.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm looking around on the roof with my little LED.
Okay.
She's looking up there. Is there anything?
No, you don't see anything. There's blood pouring between her fingers. As you come back to going, sorry, Adam, with the first aid kit. So do you want to make a medicine roll, please?
Yeah.
As she sort of moves, you pull her hand away. She's sort of whimpering as you pull her hand away. Obviously, she doesn't want to. And her arm has been cut from elbow to the back of her wrist, and it's just been opened, like somebody's hit it with a scalpel and then just dragged it along. And it's gone through the suit and then opened up her arm as well. It's quite ragged. Yeah, it's quite disgusting. You got 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's getting faint. You're trying to stem the bleeding, but the first aid kit is not going to cut it. You're going to have to get her into the medical bay.
Okay, we'll try and carry her we can.
There.
Yeah, that's just
Legs and under the armpits. Let's
Luckily,
just
it's
try and
close by.
Say again?
be as gentle as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
help
so
her
yeah.
to the medical bay and.
The annoying thing at the moment, of course, is that there's not a lot of power. So all the automatic medical system isn't working. You're going to have to do everything again. I will give you, there is proper equipment in here. Some of it's self-powered, but you won't be able to use the automated system. So I'll let you make another medicine roll, and I'll give you a +1 to your roll.
No, that's one higher than I rolled before, so that would be in total 13 then.
13.
With
Gotcha.
that +1 that you gave me.
Yeah. Okay, so you managed to get some clamps around it. A little. You have to do a little bit of improvisation. Like I say, there's no power. You get a couple of clamps around it to hold it together.
Okay.
She's half unconscious now. She's her eyes are getting heavy. Her shoulders have slooped. Yeah, she's not looking in a good condition at all.
Should we try and check out engineering and see if we can get the power core back up?
I say we go in twos. We don't split up because she was in there alone.
It's the other guy.
Maybe Adam want to check on his doggy.
Oh. Well, I mean, just to glance over, is the airlock still shut or open from our side, or shut? I don't know which way it's supposed to be.
Well, it's open. No,
Yeah, because I
nobody's
had to crank it, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So the airlock to the escape pod is still open.
Whatever it is, that's. I know. I've said it again. Something's hunting, and we need to be on a.
Am I able, with the rolls that I made, to determine if these are actual claw marks, maybe, or just?
All you can say is that it's a single wound, and it looks like it was caused by a scalpel. It was really, really sharp, whatever it is.
So it could be a claw.
A clean cut. Yeah,
It's like a monofilament.
Very much so. Yeah, there's no tearing or anything like that. No.
Right.
No, but it could be because I know some animals would have very sharp claws that are like scalpels.
I've got a cat. I know exactly what you mean. So no, it's
I have scars here from a iguana still.
So the iguana
like
with
15, 20 years ago.
But no, it is a. I mean, it's not an accurate cut, but it is sharp.
So it could be it could be a creature.
It could be a creature. It could be a previously unknown unnatural phenomenon. Is it worth trying to get power back up, just so we can then have better luck operating everything?
I mean, to do that, Adam said we've got to go to a control panel. We need to find a control panel through all this craziness. And
I was planning on going to the bridge to see if I could maybe find the black box or something that might clear up what happened here, or where the ship was going to, and why it went through here.
That's not important. Like,
if you don't have power, you can't play anything.
Have we suits or anything lying about this place? Because she was on her own in here, or was there another where's
the big guy?
Yeah. There's two more people.
That's what I asked before. John Cena's disappeared again.
Well, he was a John Cena-like character. You can't see me. So.
Yeah,
Unless he is the guilty party.
No, he's still in the escape pod. He's not moved.
He's taking care of my dog.
It's like, I will guard the puppy with my life.
You better.
Okay.
Is she suffering from hysteria? Space hysteria? She's not going to ride a nuke, is she? She finds one.
yes. That was next on the bucket list, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that she's pretty hysteric right now.
Get me a nuclear missile. I'm going out in style. No, it's she's half conscious at the moment. Adam, you've patched her up as best as you can, but you need to get that dog working.
Is that morphine? You put morphine. You gave her morphine, yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There is pain relief which has gone into it.
Is there any of you that might be able to get the power core working, or give us some energy, some power? Don't know if she would survive if we don't have any power.
Well, we need to be able to get into the engine room. You said we needed a control panel, so we need to find a control panel. But we might need your science nerdy numbers skills to bypass the things.
I've got 7 in science, so I could try, but if anyone's got higher.
Science is my second highest skill, so.
Yeah, but what's your medicine? Your medicine is.
I don't know if anyone else is better in medicine than I am.
No.
I've got 4.
Then you're close to what I am.
I have 1, and if Dunning-Kruger taught me anything, it means I'm an expert.
Should I stay with Chan then? And
if they need me as the sciencey guy, then yeah.
I mean,
I stabilized her as best I can. Just keep an eye on her.
Oh,
is that? Can I just shut both these doors?
Why don't we?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
What about if we put her in the escape pod? I mean, it'd be a little bit warmer in there, and maybe help.
No, yeah, but we've got all the tools here we need.
Yeah.
Tamara. What's the point of leaving there?
I stabilize her as best I can. but we need the stuff in the medical bay to make sure that she'll survive.
Okay.
So we need power.
We need power, and if we would move her now, I don't know how she will end up.
I'm gonna lift her arm up, so obviously, or try, without hurting her too much. Her arms, so the blood's drained. Put a tourniquet on her.
Mm-hmm. Well, Adam's already clamped it as best as he can and wrapped it.
Right.
But I mean, every little helps. So get in there, Tesco.
Yeah.
So so who's heading up to the bridge? Sorry.
I think those three.
I was just wondering, for power, wouldn't the engine room be potentially a better idea?
We can't get in it. We need the code. That's why we need the control panel. And
then maybe get the engine
back where we came then.
Mr. Science guy couldn't get through it.
Well, I haven't been able to check. I was going to the bridge, but then we heard a scream.
Yeah, no, I was talking about the engine room.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, bridge it is then. Oh.
Okay. So you head up through. How are you approaching the bridge? You just going to nonchalantly walk up there, or?
Oh, we don't really have.
Sounds like a loaded question.
That is.
Did Turner give us that weapon?
No.
No one asked for the weapon.
No, I've kept it. I found it. Finders keepers.
Then I will walk to the bridge, but I'll keep an eye out for whatever could be around.
The only thing really you could use a weapon is probably that plasma torch. The welder. Maybe the canisters as a bludgeoning weapon. So you can take that if you want to. But yeah, you head up towards the bridge. The bridge door is unlocked. So are you going in, yeah? Who's going in first?
No, I don't want to say I will, because I bet something's going to happen.
Okay, Skoon will.
Okay. So Skoon dies. No, I'm only joking. So Skoon walks in, the door slides open, and you step in. The bridge itself is standard layout: 2 seats, pilot, co-pilot, navigator, and comms to your right. And again, on the co-pilot seat is another space-suited figure. Sorry, not in the co-pilot seat, in the comms seat to the right is another space-suited figure, slumped over the controls. And again, both arms are ripped outwards. Again, the limbs have exploded, and both legs as well. So it looks like just the arms and legs popped. The helmet is sort of side on the thing, and you can see the frozen person's face in there. Eyes are glassy, looking quite surprised that the arms and legs exploded. But the beard's all matted with ice and vomit, as obviously he's puked in his spacesuit, which of course nobody wants to do. But yeah, it's quite nasty. There's a very faint light flashing on the comms unit, like there was a message being set up or ready to be sent. But there's no power in here. Well, there's power in here, but it's very, very faint. Outside the cockpit window, all you can see is strange, actually, from the exploded starship that you just come from. The debris now caught up, and you see little glittering bits sort of drifting past, and what's kind of like almost like a nebula cloud as the very fine debris sort of goes drifting past. It's quite beautiful if it wasn't so horrific, because that's starship and people floating past it. So, what do you want to do?
At least they look pretty from a distance.
I'm going to. Well, if there is still a bit power here, I'm gonna try to find a way to restart the power. And if I can't find that, I want to check the records.
Go for it. Make a science roll. You go to the captain seat, and by the looks of it, it's a very simple startup sequence, and it looks like it actually hasn't been locked out. So make your roll.
13.
13, dead on, yeah? Okay, you go for the startup sequence. By the looks of it, somebody was already logged in. The shutdown has kept it like in a sleep mode. As you do the startup sequence, you can, if you want to, restart the engines and get some power going through the ship, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. You power up the engines, the lights flicker and come on. They're all quite dim still, but they all flicker and come on. In the medical bay, the auto dock sort of whirs into life, and where she's lying, like a canopy starts to close over her. and it starts giving you options to choose different kind of treatments or sort of automatic medical, what do you call it, scanning system.
Yeah, can I start that scanning system up, please?
Yeah, no problem at all.
I would also say that through the comms, started up the engine.
Yeah.
If you could do anything with the med bay, do it.
Yeah,
I'm doing it.
brilliant.
And then I'm going to check the logs of, or like.
Well, as you start walking over, that person who's lying on there, by the looks of it, their head's on the keyboard, and there's kind of the console sort of comes to life. And by the looks of it, there was a repeating message. It was halfway through repeating this message. And it sort of, when somebody slides down the tape and it goes, and it speeds up and it starts talking at normal voice, it starts to do that. And it goes, whatever you do not do any power, no heat, nothing. They're attracted to heat. Anything that's warm, they will attack. For God's sake, don't start the ship. And that's where we'll take a break. The power comes on throughout the ship. Lights flicker onwards. Flicker on, I should say, not onwards. That's a ridiculous thing to say. Lights flicker on. Air vents. You see the heat, like little trailing bits of cloth which they put on the vents to show that it's blowing, starts to blow out. The whole thing flickers. The ship starts to come back to life. In the medical room, where you are, Andy. She's lying there, and all the lights suddenly come flicker on, like the machine starts to come around her. You see the scanning system starts to work. Have you got your visor up or down? Sorry.
Well, I had it when I was welding. That's up now.
Yeah.
The visor's up.
Yeah, it's off. Yeah, you can actually feel warm air coming out of the vents as it's trying to sort of balance and stabilise the life support.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Chiang's eyes are suddenly wide. She's suddenly very, very alert. And then she looks down at her arm. Her arm's shaking violently. And then you see the cloth and the clamp that Adam put around it starts to twist and turn and move out of shape. And suddenly it starts to pop open in different areas. And what looked like noodles swishing around, sort of flickering about over her arm. And she's there, and you can't hear her inside the pod, but you can see her face. She's screaming and she's staring down at her arm. And her arm sort of twists completely out of shape and goes completely the wrong way around. And then it just explodes and pops open. Like her arm just swells and pops like a ripe melon. Splashes blood and gore on the inside of the glass. And whatever's grown from her arm, it looks like almost like a starfish. It's got eight legs. They're all flapping around, smacking against the inside of the unit. And out of the centre of it, it's like a proboscis. It comes out as like a really sharp hook on the end. It slams on the side of the glass, and it's jammed in. And the actual blade itself goes through the glass, almost like diamond, and it starts slowly cutting down the glass. She's there lying it. Her arm's gone from the elbow downwards. She's trying to push herself to the other side of the actual tube away from it, but she's trapped inside there with it. Again, you can see her face is contorted. She's in agony. She's screaming. You can't see anything. Just the odd dull thump as things are slamming against the inside of the glass.
Good thing you got the rubber bullet.
Yeah.
Can I do something with this medical unit just to sterilize, or just put a sterilising gas in or something, just to...
The only thing that you can pump into there, is sterilisation gas, which will limit infections. It can do operations quite easily.
Yeah.
Or a knockout gas, which puts patients under.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll put knockout gas. Yeah,
basically it's like an anaesthetic. You press the button, the gas starts billowing out on the inside, fills all the inside of it. The creature sort of shudders and then drops and disappears into the gas. So all you've got in a really well-lit medical centre is this long glass tube sat in the very centre, and it's just filled with swirling gas, and that's all you can see. Meanwhile, back in the cockpit, whatever you do not restart the ship. They're attracted to heat, and Don't let them touch you. Don't let them scratch you. If they even touch you even slightly, then they'll actually leave some weird mucus behind, and it mutates you. I think it's how they reproduce. They like the warmth. They'll find anything that's organic, and then they'll just breed from that. They'll explode from that like a parasite. So whatever you do, if you do need to do the ship, then lock yourself away somewhere, and don't go into the canteen and turn it into a nest. God knows how many of them are now, with arms exploding here and legs exploding there. There was 12 people on board. There's just me left, and oh shit! Then it flickers, and then it starts again. This is the IVS Idaho. We've I don't know where we are. Is the answer? We tried to take a shortcut. We got pulled out of Singularity Drive by what we thought was a black hole, but there's nothing here. We think it might be artificial. That's what the scientist guy said anyway. They see something's pulled us out on purpose. We've been slammed by these asteroids, but they're not asteroids. They're like creatures all crunched up together. It came smashing through the hole, and next thing you know, they come swarming out the actual boarding ramp where they landed, scratching and biting, and anything that was heat. We noticed it was heat almost straight away. We were doing work in the engine rooms. That's where they went, straight to the engine room where it was hottest. And then just things turn to shit. I'm going to try and shut things down now, and hopefully this message will go out continuously. But whatever you do, don't start the ship. They're attracted to heat. So whatever you do, they just and then it repeats.
Oh no!
I would.
You gotta turn it off.
I tried to turn off the engine again.
Okay, that's going to be dangerous. Once the Starship sequence starts, the entire system is now... You can do an emergency shutdown, but that could seriously damage the engine, especially the Singularity Drive. And if that happens, well, you're not going anywhere. You can do a stage shutdown, but that will take about 10 minutes in total. I'm going to patch through the comms and say, we've got a major situation here. Yep. Chan, who I put in the auto dock, has her arm was got... What's the word?
Get out of the medical bay and lock it.
I'm not leaving.
Some kind of parasite.
Get out of the medical bay and lock it.
You didn't... Wait, hold on. It was like a starfish with a razor-like claw.
Yes.
That's very nice. Get out of there.
Get out of the medical bay and lock it. Leave her there. She is dead already.
There's glass, plastic, and gas and gore flying in all directions. You barely see this shape flick through the air. It's like somebody's thrown a wet towel through the air. It's flopping around as it slams. It goes in every... Actually, it goes in a random direction. So please roll 1d12 and don't roll a 1. My favourite thing to say.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, it actually goes in the opposite direction from where you are. It goes blasting through the air, slams into the wall. By this point, it's about the size of your torso. Looks like it's actually grown in size since it's been inside. It slams into the wall and falls down. This anaesthetic gas sprays out in all directions. Now, your visor's up, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you better make a roll against... 1 second. Make a strength roll. D12 plus your strength.
Right, in go. Hold on, 2 secs. I've messed my rolls up. Okay. Sorry, 2 secs. I've got to get rid of... shit, that's 11. 11. You get a face full of this gas, and this gas is designed to knock you out because it's anaesthetic gas. It's space gas. So, yeah, it blasts in your face as it goes in all directions. Straight away, your eyes, your vision starts swimming. You've got this burning sensation in the back of your throat. You shouldn't be breathing it in this neat. So, yeah, it's actually quite nasty. But in the distance, through the muffled sound around you, you can hear this thing flapping around and thumping and like this wet slapping as it's trying to move around. Meanwhile, back at the bridge.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the safest way to shut the engines down again.
We got 2 choices. You can shut it down 10 minutes, or you do a cold shutdown. But there is a chance that you'll damage the Singularity Drive.
Yeah, I'll take the safe route.
The safe route, 10 minutes. Okay. You start the shutdown sequence, and yeah, basically then it starts to shut down different sections. As each section shuts down, it diverts power and then cools it down. And once it's cool enough, then it shuts it off. You do a cold shutdown, you start breaking stuff. That's how these things are designed. Singularity engines aren't really designed to be shut down. But yeah, it's going to take 10 minutes.
Look, what are we even going to do if these whatever things are on board? I mean, if you shut everything down, then we're going to be the heat targets. Maybe, can you not just...
It depends how much heat that's like sensitive to. They did go after Chang.
I mean,
I wonder if maybe we could create. Maybe we could create like a heat source somewhere else and lure them away somehow.
If we keep the engine running, I bet more of those.
Yeah, they're attracted to the ship.
Yeah, they will come and they will decimate the ship even more, and probably us.
so how do we... So we need to figure out a way to kill him. Get him off the ship, and then we can, maybe get out of here quick enough.
Yeah.
Whatever thing they are.
How do you feel ignite a gas giant? But I'm not a scientist. But that would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
You want to ignite a gas giant?
Well, man, like, can you think of a bigger heat source that they would all be attracted to?
Yes, the sun.
Yeah, but they know.
We are quite far away from the sun.
Yeah. The sun's about 240 million miles away, so yeah.
That's at least 45 minutes.
Out in the corridor by the bridge, in the area where the table was, where that locker fell over, you hear a thumping sound. It's constant thumping, like something slamming against the door.
God damn it! I knew something was in that locker. I don't want to.
Was there a Jumanji game in that locker?
What if it's one of the crew?
It's not coming from the locker.
It's not the crew. He already said it in the message. He was the only one left alive. And he isn't anymore because he's lying over there.
Did they hear that slapping about? Or not? They wouldn't have heard that, would they?
No. In fact, let's cut back to you, actually, Andy. You're half dazed, so right now all of your skill scores are reduced by 2. Your visor's still up, but I'm assuming you want to do something about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah. So yeah, you close your visor. The actual suit itself starts to purify the air, but you've already got a lungful. So for the next few rounds, you're going to be at -2 to all your rolls. So yeah, the door's open behind you, and
I'm gonna scramble out.
I was about to say, there's loads of flashing lights. Some of the lights are now damaged. You see flashing emergency lights in here. Obviously, the pod itself has malfunctioned. You see, what's her face? Chiang's body has rolled off onto the floor. You can just about make this out through the mist in your own haze. She's trying to crawl away with one arm, trying to get away from the table. But in the mist and the smoke behind, in just the gas behind the table, all you can see is like tentacles and, like I say, those weird noodle things and the hook thrashing around in the gas.
I'm going to have to scramble out because half day, so I'm like crawling. Yeah. I'm scrambling out as quick as I can and going up towards where the other guys are.
Suddenly,
Please tell me you closed the door.
I closed the door.
Suddenly, something grabs hold of your arm, like really tight, your right arm, just encircles it. You feel it digging directly into your flesh.
I'm going to go over the comms. I've got problems. Something's grabbed me by the wrist.
Are you caught?
I need help. Oh, that's strangulating my wrist.
Yeah.
Are you cut?
I can't feel I'm cut. It's just strangulating my wrist.
It's the big guy from the pod. He's grabbed hold of your arm and he's dragging you out the medical bay right now. As he pulls you out and then slams his hand on the control. Now there's power and the door slides shut.
Yeah.
He kind of helps you to your feet. Are you all right?
Oh, God. Thanks, mate. Thanks, John. Is it John? Yeah.
You see his name. I think his name's Bors.
Balls.
Yeah.
I thought it was John Cena, but
No, call him John if you want. John Balls, there you go.
John Ball. Right. Thanks, mate. Saved my cast then. I don't know about Chan. I don't think there's no way back for her.
When he looks back at he looks back at the medical bay. There's a triangular window in the medical bay, and she's actually up against it at the moment with her one good hand. She's looking quite haggard. She's slamming on the glass, looking. You can't, like I say, you can't hear anything. Do you want to know?
I can't do anything. I tried everything I could, but this thing, all I could describe it is a starfish with a weird beaky, it cut through glass. It's scrolling down the glass and just
It's dark.
yeah.
Right, I appreciate the wildlife lesson, but do we get her out?
No, we do not
we leave
get
her?
her out. We've got to leave her and go to the rest of the guys and just tell them not to go in the canteen or something. And the engine bay's a no-go. We need an external heat source from what I guess I'm gathering. I don't know that, do I?
No,
I don't know.
Well, whatever he's chatting over comms, so you might have heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need to get the rest of the guys to just be on our, because these are apparently everywhere. To just get to the other guys and just stick together. Do not split up.
He puts an arm underneath yours and heaves you up onto his shoulder. Come on. And there you are. And starts heading up the corridor. As you get to the canteen, the room area, the big open area where the canteen is to your right, you can as the closer you get, the more thumping you hear, and whatever's in that canteen really wants to get out.
Is there any way we can board this up? Anything? Just where's the
It's a welding Dutch.
Who's got the welding torch?
Tamara, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I got the welding torch. Because she screamed, I would have just ran with it. I mean, I would have been heading towards the thumping sound anyway.
Yeah. So you all kind of meet up in that area around about the same time. But yeah, that thumping then changes to scraping. So it's literally like somebody's like almost like nails down the chalkboard. Just there's not just the one sound. There's lots of it. So there's lots of things scraping on the inside of the door.
You need to get some on the half asleep bit, as in Karen. You need to get something like.
Sorry to bore you, Ollie.
No, John. We need to get some metal and just board it up as tight as we can. I've just seen what that done Chan, and I was there, and that thing was going nuts, absolutely nuts. It was like this. Sorry, that sounded really disgusting. That's like a wet slap, like someone flinging a towel on a wall. Yeah. That's sealed in there, so as far as I know. I don't know how much them doors can take there. Because that thing literally... Sorry.
Well, I think it's better than leaving it open.
How big is this table? Is it in the middle? Compared to
it's bolted to the floor. Oh. Yeah. It's bolted to the floor.
That ruins my plan. How dare.
Well, the bolts just unwelded.
Yeah, unwelded. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was more of trying to do a quick thing, but
Okay, so let's just take a moment. Where is everybody? So who's in the bridge at the moment? Is that Adam and Reed? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Howard and Rock, you're both in the communal area by the canteen door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And that big guy Bors is with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save my ass. Thank you.
Well, we can just let's get some stuff. Put it in front of the door. We can block it a little bit. And
What you need something solid on there. The only way you're going to get something solid is get that table tether it from the floor, or bolt it or weld it, take it off, and get it on that door.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
It's
you've
just a
got
bit
the
of sheet
welder.
cable, bores the size of him. He walks over to the table, grabs hold of the side of it, and just heaves upwards, and all the bolts around that side all pop out, and he forces it over. It's just a positioning table. You're going to weld it over that?
Yeah. All right.
Well, help me then.
Yeah, I just in shock looking at him, like, all right, yeah, let's do this.
Usually in places like these, I stay on the shuttle and let everybody else goes first. But it appears that things have turned to shit, so let's get shit done.
Yeah. Okay. So get it on the door and start welding that to try and hold.
You turn on the torch, start burning through. And then, literally 3 or 4 seconds into the torch being turned on, down the corridor, you hear a screech. And then where you are, Andy, looking down the corridor, another one of these creatures drops from the ceiling in the cargo bay and starts running like up the corridor towards you.
Oh, crap.
With the proboscis thing in the front.
Well,
The welding torch is on.
right, I'm potentially half, because of the anaesthetic.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this.
You're okay now. Now that you're out of it and your suit's purified the air, you're feeling much better.
Right, I'm going to take a shot with this rubber little gun, or the gun I got, yeah? Go
for it. So it's a range shot. It's moving, so you're not going to get any bonuses for that. So I would say just going to be a straightforward 12 to hit.
What is my...
You can do it.
Oh, I think, right. 12,
actually, no, it's going to be your range combat skill against its agility skill because it's moving. So your target number to hit is going to be... It's going to be 8.
Wow.
You can imagine these things turn out to be fatally allergic to rubber.
Yeah.
So I got 11.
I just rolled a 1. I feel like a right dick now. Sorry?
I got 11.
Okay, yeah, so you hit it, you pull off your shot. You're doing the normal damage as a pulse pistol, but it's shot damage. So your pulse pistol damage is 1d6 plus 6.
Add on 2 seconds. I just got to get rid of that. I got 5, 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay, you pull off the shot. You don't know what this thing's made of, but it's almost like sponge, and the bullet goes into it, and it comes out the other side, and it's literally like sort of yellow and green shit just sprays everywhere. This thing screeches at the top of its voice. You can hear it through the suit. It's almost like it's vibrating through your skull. It slops to one side. It's still going, it's still coming, but it's like 2 or 3 of its limbs aren't working properly. It's just trying to pull itself along. It'll be with you in the next round.
So they're not that hard.
Also, when your torch is on as well, Tony, that scratching behind the door gets a lot louder and a lot more intense. At first it was, but now that you're using heat to burn to close the door, it's...
Yeah.
I'm going to do that again because that was fun. So yeah, it's
the hill heat, it didn't register in my brain when I had this idea.
Yeah.
That they're literally on the other side.
They really want in. So you've got one more round. In case anybody else has got something they want to do, Lloyd or Adam?
Well, I'm still working on getting the engines off again.
Yeah, that's like I say that it's probably another 8 minutes. You've still got the option to cold kill him if you want to.
Well, if there is a way to an emergency decontamination, you could say, like they sometimes use like flamethrowers in a room. If there is something like that for the canteen?
No, there's nothing like that. No.
But are there cameras that I might be able to?
No, there's no cameras. No.
And I'll just keep going on trying to kill the engine.
The only way, really, that you can kill these engines and minimise the risk is to do it directly at the power core itself.
Well,
Which means having to get into the engine room.
Yeah.
when I
So we
see
need the
that,
codes.
Well, now that you're into the system, you can get the codes. That shouldn't be a problem.
yeah, then I'll look up for the codes and then just.
Yeah.
I look up the codes and I'm like, I believe Logan was near me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, Logan, let's go.
I wonder if with the torch, if we could maybe like broaden the flame a bit. So rather than having like focus, we could maybe see if we could jury rig it into like a flamethrower of some sort. Or just something a bit easier to hit things with than like a blowtorch.
I think if we walk back from the bridge down toward the engine room and we see them trying to
let's see.
bar the entire canteen, then I would be like, okay, keep doing that. We're going to the engine room.
Well, you would do at the moment.
I wouldn't go down there, mate. There's a thing you could do.
Yeah.
That's not me getting.
So
we need something we can.
Oh.
Like if we get back to near the canteen, I might suggest it to like Tamara and see if we have an idea. Like, would it be something we could possibly do to like make it more effective? As like something we can use against these things.
Did you want to? Well, Andy, at the moment you're having trouble with this thing running up the corridor towards you.
Yeah, I said yes. I'm going to have another shot at it.
Okay, so it's still coming at you. So your target to hit this time is going to be 10.
D12, yeah?
Yeah, D12 plus your ranged weapon skill.
They go towards. They go.
Sorry, Scott, let me just deal with Andy first. I'll only
14.
14 is a hit, yeah. So make a damage roll. So that's 1d6 plus 6.
I got 8.
8. You hit it again. Again, it goes through the front and out the back. That sort of damages its other side this time. Its legs just go limp. It slams onto the ground and slides about 3 or 4 feet and then just comes to a complete stop, not moving.
What the actual fuck was that?
Now this thing's the size of a dog. He shot the Labradoodle. No, I'm only joking. So, no, this thing's the size of a dog. So,
Wow.
Bastard.
Patrick's been on hard time.
Yeah.
Did anyone see that? What I did? Because I think maybe.
Oh, yeah, everyone saw it.
You want an audience?
Is the creature still there?
Yeah, and it's very dead.
Yes.
Okay,
It's dead, Jim.
Don't touch it.
Who had the highest mechanical kill?
I think I was tied between
I've got 6.
the two of them.
Me and Turner.
Then I'll give Turner the codes to get to the engine room. You shut down the engine. I'm going to inspect the creature. Maybe I'll find something to kill them.
Wasn't there something I heard, or maybe I don't know if I heard it correctly, about the engines? Or not?
Oh, it was on the communication. They said that they flooded to the engine rooms because of the heat. It's on the communication from the bridge.
You want me to go in there?
Not alone.
With 2 shots left in this gun? Are you taking the piss?
We need to shut down these engines because all those asteroids out there aren't asteroids, probably. They're probably these creatures.
Well,
if we keep the engine running, they'll swarm us.
I would suggest, I don't know if we could, use, there was some spare, a bit of those,
Acetylene.
cans, and try and make a bomb and put it in the cargo bay. Maybe they might be attracted by that.
And destroy the ship even more.
Well, it's
the
not going to
ship
destroy
might
the
also
ship.
be the only way to get home.
It's only going to put a dent in the ship. It's not going to. That's only 1 can, isn't it?
I mean, to be fair, if you lobbed a bomb into the canteen, that sounds where like a lot of them are at the moment.
Yeah. Well, it said that the canteen became its nest.
That's why I want to check out this dead one to find out a weakness. If they are attracted to heat and they can survive space, there might not be a lot of things that could kill them.
It's a giant space starfish. What the
Listen to that conversation. I'm going to stop welding. I'm literally just going to go over and try and burn it.
Oh, it burns quite easily.
There you go, fireworks. And just go back to welding.
Do you want to make a mechanical?
Someone listens. Kind of.
Mechanical?
Yeah. Difficulty 13.
So
Oh no.
7 plus 6 is 13.
Dinner, yeah. You finally come to the end of your welding. It's only a single door. So you burn down to the very far end, and the door's sealed.
Nice.
The scratching is really, really intense, but the moment the torch goes off, it just goes back to normal scratching.
Okay, so this should hold him a little bit longer. But we need to figure something out quick. Like, I don't know if... I don't actually know how many of these things came
Adam.
from shit.
Mr. Scientist Boy, can you determine what their anatomy is and what...
Well, not anymore since that she burned it.
Oh, not all of it.
She's just burnt a little bit. She just burnt through one of the
How much?
thingies.
Oh, I mean, how much can you do without any power?
Not quite a lot.
Yeah, just fucking have a look at it, mate, and just tell us what this
I'm
anatomy is.
going to grab the rest of that creature and try to find anything that could be helpful.
Oh, don't.
Make a science roll.
Science roll?
Don't touch the court thing.
What'd you roll?
20.
Oh, well done. It's a
Oh,
critical.
look at that cheesy grin.
So scientist and modest. So yeah, you sort of
I got a high charisma, so
what you can see is that it has no bone structure. It seems to be mainly protoplasmic. So it's quite thin-skinned. So there's a lot of muscle in there. It's capable. That actual claw thing is. I mean, that cuts through plate. So you don't know what that's made out of, but that could be quite valuable to somebody. But the actual body itself is actually quite soft, even though there's a lot of strength in it, a lot of strength. It actually is, as far as impact is concerned, is actually really, really weak. So yeah, you hit it or you shoot it with something, like a rubber bullet, or you even hit it with a stick. It's going to do some damage to it. It's like hitting a sponge. It's like hitting a blancmange. You know what I mean? You're going to cut through it. You're not going to destroy its integrity, but you will slice into it quite nastily. So yeah. So they are they are strong, but as far as damage is concerned, they're quite weak.
So, if I'm to get one of these chairs, I can just batter it out of the park, or chair legs, shall I say?
Hit it hard enough, yeah.
Wait, there were some pipes somewhere, weren't there? There's some pipes strewn about somewhere.
yeah, they were at the boarding ramp.
Yeah, the boarding ramp where the torch canisters were.
Yeah. Should we get? Can I? I'm going to have that in my.
Yeah.
The gun. Can I pick up a pipe?
Yeah.
I actually don't really want to go into the canteen to destroy them all. We need to find an easier way to kill them all at once, in one blow. The entire canteen. We're not able to jettison it, so that would have been easier.
Is there a thing like an anti-fire extinguisher, so like it just burns the whole room, like decontaminate?
Yeah.
No, they asked me a question earlier. No, there's nothing like that at all.
I tried to find that, but no.
Yeah, no, that's generally like just because all tomorrow's thing is like fire worked. Let's burn them. Fire.
Well, if I don't know where that thing come from, which took Chan out, whether she's bless her, but that must have come out of that power core. There must be something like tubing going around the ship where that thing can just run riot.
Well, there are air vents, but not huge air vents. It's not like the Stromo air vents. These air vents are probably about, I don't know, 2 foot wide and maybe a foot high. So they're just there to transfer heat and air, basically. So, the only thing that goes in there are small drones. But looking from your findings, from your roll of 20 there, Mr. Scientist, from your findings, these things are amorphous. Like I say, there's almost protoplasmic. So they'd be able to squeeze with the smallest scan their entire body through it. So they can, if they wanted to travel through the vents, then they could quite easily.
Yeah, they're
Where
like
it came
squid for octopus.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Well,
can squeeze into tiny, tiny holes.
I've got an idea. If them vents are led to that, can't we put something in there with a canister? And well, that's a bit risky for Tony. Light it, and maybe that'll just go put loads of heat around it, but that might attract even more of them. I don't know if that would work.
Yeah.
But that then would blow that ship up and the engines, which maybe was a stupid idea anyhow. Maybe that's that anaesthetic kicking in again. I don't know.
I don't know what you mean.
We might be able to steer fire through the vents into the canteen, but then we have to make sure that all other vents are closed.
Yeah, but
They're gonna.
we can't get into the canteen, so there's no guarantee that we know that it's going to work. They're attracted to heat, but I think if we need to turn the engines off, we need to go do that now to ease them and stop them from trying to get out of the canteen, and then we can maybe think of dealing with the canteen.
Otherwise, but I don't know how we would be able to get home then. We don't shut off the engine, but make sure the engine overloads.
But if every day we're still alive, we're still alive. So let's worry about like the immediate problems rather than getting home.
Has Paul's got any
Let
suggestions?
him finish. Set the engine to overload. We take the escape pods out of here. Because there are still the escape pods are still here. They might have more power than ours.
I doubt it.
And while the engine is overheating, the other creatures come closer. The ship explodes. They're all down, all gone, and we're out of here.
Is there any? This is going to be a weird question. Our communication devices, which we've got.
Yeah.
Is there any way to plug them in and generate a lot of heat? Because if they overcharge, they generate heat, don't they?
Yeah. So your little community, your phones that you brought with you.
Yeah.
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 Is there anywhere we can do that? So that might...
There are the actual charging ports on this ship are more powerful than what your phone can take. So yeah, that'll overheat the phones.
The battery would just blow up.
The battery just melts. But
Yeah, but that. Well, there's no point using communication. There's only the fibre.
we got communications in the helmets anyway, so.
Yeah, so we don't really need them. If we can cause... See, the problem is if we can't get in those doors at the engine because we need the code. Or
We've
We've got the code.
But we can literally go to the engine room right now to turn off the engines. It's what we're going to do with the engines because it's been suggested we turn them off and then we blow them up and then blow us up and kill. It's better, basically, at this point, it's a discussion about how long we want to survive. Just Sarah saying that while looking at Adam because he suggested just blowing everything up and jettisoning ourselves into space.
Well, the chance of surviving that is bigger than staying here.
Is it?
Has got any food on there?
A human can go without food for quite a long time.
Water?
I mean, one thing we could do that probably won't need blowing stuff up is we could lure them into the cargo hold. Potentially someone, like I could move the escape pod away from the airlock and we just let the airlock suck them out. Everyone stays in their suits.
They can survive space.
But they'll be shot out at like speed.
But yeah, so they won't be on the
So unless they won't have a way of like swimming in.
Well, they are attracted to heat and they were capable of stopping the ship, so I believe they do have a way to move in space.
In mass, yes.
Well, but we don't know if they stopped the ship or if there's something else that stopped the ship. We only know that these are parasites that got onto this ship in particular, and that they live on make up the asteroids around this planet. But we have to deal with the ones that are on this ship. If we can get rid of the ones that are on this ship, then we can have a much easier time lasting until help arrives.
Yeah.
Do you want me to open the engine room? But this is going to be risky because I think... Yeah. Have you all got a weapon at least?
No, there's only the torch and that gun. I mean, they're rubber bullets. Can we
I've got a pipe.
wipe?
Grab the pipe.
They are weak against physical damage. They are strong, but somehow weak against getting smacked.
I think Tony picked up a plank, didn't he? Or should wooden chair.
Yeah, it's a giant wrench or something.
Yeah, well, I just like talks about taking a leg off a chair.
The one advantage of like a rubber round is you can potentially retrieve the round.
So
that's the point.
I think I would very much like to move away from the canteen right now.
Yeah.
I think we should close that off.
Yeah.
Can we shut that room off, which leads to the escape pods? Is there a way route that should seal that off? Yeah.
No.
No, it's all open corridor.
Shit. So not. Well, at least I was thinking where the cargo hold is. There's a door to the north, isn't there?
Yeah.
And
so we can shut off the
that
corridors from the cargo bay, yes, but not the specific corridor for the escape.
Yeah, I know. That's what I want to do. Is shut off that that northern corridor. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way out of here, and it's stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Well,
yeah.
If we are going to overload the engine and get out through the escape pods, I'm going to see in the suit storage if there's a bigger suit that I can put my dog in with me.
There's two in the airlock. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should call that Plan B, because the problem is if we blow this ship and then go into the escape pod, we're basically back where we started.
Yeah.
Just with one less ship that we could potentially use as a life raft.
Yeah, and you'll survive for another 72 hours, and then that's it.
And then
Look, if this ship blows, to put it bluntly, if you blow this ship, you've got no way of getting home.
So we need to find some way of either killing them all or getting them off the ship, and then we can.
Yeah. So we'll head to the engine room. We'll turn them off. We can always turn the engines back on. We can always turn everything back on at this point.
It will not be easy.
Yeah.
No one asked this question. Has that cargo room got a loading ramp?
Yeah, the big box with the X in it, that's the cargo ramp.
Surely that must go down to, ground level as such.
Yeah, well, it just opens up to space. It's used when the ship's landed, and then that's the ramp. That's the lift, basically.
We can use that as like an airlock to suck things out if we need to.
Yeah, but we've got to get safe before we do that, and we need to use this as a potential trap, don't we?
Well, we have sealed suits. We just have to make sure no one gets holes in them. And then we just have to find a way to lure them through to the cargo hold.
Yeah.
And then safely deal with any stragglers.
I'd say cause a fire on it, but we don't. Do we know where the controls are for this cargo ramp?
Right next to it.
Yeah, probably like a little punch panel.
Yeah. On the wall, just right next to it. Next to the controls for the airlock. So they're next to each other.
Okay. Well, let's I think we'll turn the engines off before they get too hot and they start moving before we want them to. And then we'll look at that, 'cause if we can shoot them out of space, then maybe we'll turn the engines back on and get out of here.
There's also a chance, like I said, if we shoot them out to space and we turn the engine back on, that they just come back because they see the heat of the engine.
Yeah.
Do the same thing as they did with our other ship and with this ship before.
Well, I, for one, want to fight for my life, so...
Let's take that chance rather than just giving ourselves 72 hours to live.
Yeah.
Which we know we will die because there's no other alternatives afterwards.
We've got to go for...
Not in one of my games. So...
So let's give it a shot. Let's build this trap. Let's go for it.
Okay, so...
Now or never, people.
So are you all heading down to the cargo room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Wang still alright?
You don't know.
I don't want to find
the door and the medical door's closed.
Okay.
But we have a little window there.
Yeah.
Let's just assume.
The room is just full of gas.
Assume not for the time being.
Yeah. Chiang. Even.
A medical bay would have like those burners, because a medical bay should sometimes be completely disinfected for any
it would have disinfectant sprays, but it wouldn't have burners.
Yeah, it depends what kind of stuff it's designed to be dealt with. Like,
it's just a standard medical bay for a starship, so it's like having flamethrowers in an operating room at St. Crispin's. So no, it's
basic.
No, you can decontaminate it as far as sort of antibacterial, but there's no flamethrowers in there.
Well, at least I would go to the panel outside, because that kind of panel would be on the outside.
Yeah.
And just do it, hoping that it would work against the creature as well.
Yeah. Okay.
That creature, though.
It runs the cycle. It'll it'll spray disinfectant. Again, the whole room fills with a thick greenish gas this time, which has a nice, pleasant floral smell. No, it fills the entire room with like a disinfectant. It sprays out. It's you can see. You don't see anything in there. You just see it's just like a misty atmosphere inside. It's quite bright in there, but misty. And now it's even thicker. Now the disinfectant, that'll take a few minutes.
I'm going to go and punch his code in down at the doors.
Okay.
That's all right.
The code is 1138426. So yeah, you put the details in, and the door slides open. Yeah.
Anyone
what
got my
you've
back?
got is sorry.
I'll go.
Yeah. And what you've got is a scene of pure horror. It's like they've taken the bodies of everything they've killed and smeared them across the walls. So you see bits of rib cage, skulls, collarbones, everything. And it is a nest. And these creatures, everything that's hot, piping, computer bank, anything, they're literally just wrapped around it. And they're sort of pulsating, or like they're almost breathing slowly. You can actually hear the sound, almost purring. So.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, be very quiet. Don't sweat.
So yeah, it's and it's really humid in here as well, and it's very, very hot. Well, it's an engine room. Engine rooms are always hot. It's where the Singularity and the standard drivers, so it's always warm down.
Yeah. But at least if it's got a high ambient temperature, we won't stick out as much.
Exactly. It's certainly higher than your temperature.
Adam, you need to get to the core.
It's got to hang a right.
So who's going in? Sorry.
Myself and.
Well, Turner and Logan, I think, were there.
Yeah.
And then me.
Okay.
And Adam.
So what is you going in? You're going to go in there to shut the core down?
I think that was the plan.
That's some of our plans. Yeah.
Do you want to do that now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's best to sneak in and.
Yeah, so we can more reliably plan our next move.
I'm going to need subterfuge rolls from you then. Whoever's going in.
Oh, I can do that. Let me fail it for you.
Difficulty 13 is normal.
11 on the dice.
Oh, there we go.
Plus 11, 22.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
You're stepping slowly past these things, and by the time you get to the power core door, you must have passed at least 10 or 12 of them. They're wrapped around every bit of thick piping. Now that the engine, you see the piping, it's got danger hot along the piping on the skin.
Yeah, I'm guessing while it's heating up, they're becoming more lively.
Yeah, and they seem to be enjoying it. You can actually see almost like their translucent skin. You see the blood vessels under the skin, and the blood, whatever liquid that they produce is rushing through that. And then you get to the power core door, which is unlocked. It's sealed but unlocked, which you can get through. By the looks of it, none of them got through here. So that room just before the power core is the power core control. You don't actually go into the power core because that's basically walking into a black hole. It's basically a small singularity inside that circle, and that's what powers the singularity drive. So you go into there, and I need you to make a maintenance roll.
Tanner, you're up? Or is it just me here?
Mechanical.
Well, you have to make a subterfuge roll. Whoever's going in there needs to make a subterfuge roll of 13. To get
just backing him up.
I've got high subterfuge.
Yeah, I don't have mechanics. I thought I was backing someone up going through.
Right. Well, there we go.
So basically, Lloyd, you've just walked through there, you got through in a really tense moment, then you turned around to ask the question, and there's no fucker there.
God damn it, not again.
I got 21.
Nice.
What, any subterfuge?
Yeah, I got 11.
Oh, right.
And I got 10.
You get through there spot on. I mean, the creatures are holding up the scorecards, which is really, really well. So you sort of push past, make your way, and then you manage to get to the power core control, which is just a massive bank of monitors monitoring about 100 different systems, which is keeping the singularity. So it's basically the singularity is at the center of what is a huge superconductor magnets, which is sort of keeping it all in one place. So they basically created a artificial event horizon, which is where they're drawing the power from. So make your maintenance roll. Difficulty 13.
6, come on. Oh, 9. My maths at 15, I got.
15. Oh, this is 9 in total then. Jesus Christ, the ship explodes. No, so well done. Thanks for coming, everyone. You managed to do the shutdown sequence and you speed it up. The ship are gonna. The engines will cold stop in about 2 minutes, but there will be no damage to the ship.
Yay!
I can't put that up if I'm go live, can I? Because I'm sharing my monitor. There you go.
No.
See, I'm not lying. That's what I got.
What are you doing? No, please don't show your screen.
That's pushing on the overlay out of the back.
Sorry, I was just showing.
You can screenshot if you want to show a screenshot and type it in. It's nothing too bad. It's just obviously everything's set up with the cameras how they are.
Sorry.
Yay. So, on me again. So now you're gonna have to get out if that's where you're going. So you need to make another subterfuge roll, please.
Oh God.
Again, difficulty 13.
I got.
I got 14.
14.
17.
You get to the door. You step through the door. The ship's powering down, but the astroship systems have still got power. And then you can close the door behind you. In about a couple of minutes, that's power core and the engine's going to cool down quite rapidly.
Okay.
So now you're back in the cargo
bay.
Well, that's a lot more than we thought. There was.
Yeah.
Wonder how they're going to react without all the heat coming through them pipes. They're going to be attracted by other heat. Us.
Yeah. Well, they've been.
We just gotta make something hotter than us so that they don't. But we seem to get through there just fine with 2 of us, so I think it'll be all right for the time being.
Yeah, but that was hot anyhow. But we just. Yeah.
I mean, the ship was cold when we got on here, and they didn't rush us, so maybe.
I think they probably were dormant.
Yeah, as long as we don't do anything strenuous and work up a sweat, I think we're gonna be okay for a little bit at least.
No beach parties.
I mean, no matter what, where we are, we need to get rid of that problem in the canteen. Because if we let it go here, that's going to drag. They're going to go absolutely mental up there, and we're going to be in the midst of that crap. Not to mention everything else what's in that and going through the ducts and whatever. We're in the middle, still stuck in a shitstorm. We've done one thing, but now we've got this whole problem and created 2 more problems.
Yeah, how's that old saying?
Well, the problems are always there.
Into the fire, out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've got a better look at. I just think we've got a better look at surviving on this ship, rather than just a guaranteed 72 hours.
Yeah. We just need to find a way to lure them out and prevent as many of them as we can, and just get rid of them. And then we can find out what we can do with the ship itself.
We do have one more of those welding cans, don't we?
I think
there was 2 or 3 of them lying around. I mean, you've got the welding torch on you still,
Yeah.
Tony, and there's like 2 or 3 cans lying around outside the boarding ramp.
We might turn one on, put it on the elevator.
One? We need more than that.
Well, then more, but
how about we raid like crew compartments and just get as much stuff we can find that can burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make a fire.
Just make a massive pyre
The only thing with this plan is the controls for that are at the airlock, which is
There's got to be a remote or something for it, because normally they have a.
no.
I guess not though, because that's manually loaded, isn't it?
It's all gonna be. It's all with the power off like this. It's all manually done. The manual open was next to the airlock.
Wait, maybe them straps, if they're strong enough, they could hold someone. If we unravel them, they could be like tied up.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's easy enough that somebody could maybe strap it in.
Yeah.
The problem is that somebody is going to be next to the fire,
All the bad stuff.
creepy thingies. So I think it's the best plan we've got, but that is going to be a discussion.
Let's draw straws and see who gets unlucky. But let's get the plan in motion.
Yeah.
Did you say that you had closed the door to the north of the cargo room?
Yes.
Yes. Good.
Did we?
Because now the scratching has started there.
God damn it.
Okay, I am going to now take a look into the medical bay
Yeah.
to see if the decontamination is done and if the creature that's in there is still alive.
The decontamination is done. The gas has been pumped out. To the left, you can see Chiang lying on the floor. That thing that you put around her arm has automatically tourniqueted at the top of her arm. She's lying there, apparently unconscious. You can't quite tell if she's alive or not. But your creature friend, on the other side, looks like it's dissolving. So it's falling apart.
Oh. So we can very carefully lure them into the medical bay and decontaminate them.
Just manually open the doors. Let the gas out.
The gas is
I
out.
had that earlier, and I had my visor up. I know I shouldn't have done, but I was looking after Wang and that.
Yeah, that was the knockout gas, not the decontamination.
That was the anaesthetic. This is called decontamination. It's basically
Like antibacterial, antimicrobial stuff.
Bleach.
yeah. So and then that's where it sort of flicks. These things look like giant. The way that they grow, the way that they form, it's almost bacterial. So these are basically just giant lumps of bacteria, giant germs.
Scientists.
Yeah. If we get the gas out, another plan we could do is potentially break into those compartments where the gas comes from and see if we can extract the canister.
That's what I wanted to do now. Open the medical bay and see if I can find a canister somewhere in the walls or somewhere behind a panel of this decontamination material, and find a way to put that into the canteen.
They're not at the canteen. They're at the cargo door.
They're outside the cargo door.
And that's in the hallway at least.
Yeah.
Because that would be a great weapon against them.
I mean, if there's enough of it, we could flood the ship with it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know if...
And then we just wait out, and then if we need to, we can vent the gas out rather than the monster.
If we could find a way where these vents go, the heating, and the only way to do that is in the engine room, isn't it?
Yeah, you can access the vent control in the engine room.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, and then we could
Who built this ship?
Well, the people who weren't expecting giant germs, I guess. So
giant starfish.
giant starfish germs, bastards.
Yeah, if I get myself a ship.
Obviously not thinking ahead. Honestly, who put that guy in charge?
Yeah, if I get myself a ship in future, I'm going to put biofilters into it.
So, all right, Star Trek.
They exist in real life too.
So Scone, you're going into the medical bay, yeah?
Young scientist, off your trot.
Yeah.
Well, could someone at least back me up? Because
we'll watch from the cargo bay.
Yes. Cheer you on, they all got little flags.
Yeah.
What's the one?
You can do it.
Well, how long does the thing run for? Or does the decontamination
2 minutes.
stop?
I think it filled the room quite quickly.
Yeah, but
2 minutes.
I don't know if our friend in there, what's her name again?
Chang.
Chang.
Chang, if she is alive or if she might have had like a brain alteration because of all this.
I think you've all got brain information, to be fair.
Okay.
The problem is, what someone said earlier is they find a human and use it as a nest as well. So that thing has caused more things in Chang.
Yeah.
Potentially, yes.
If the disinfectant works on the big one, look, why don't let's just turn it on? We'll override it, crack the doors open, fill the cargo bay.
That's not going to fill the cargo bay.
Well, we don't know.
Run it multiple times.
We didn't see how much there is. Yeah.
And Adam is really like, fuck it, and just open the door and go in.
Yeah, but also don't know what concentration we actually need to kill these things.
The
Like
door slides
humanity.
open. Sorry. The door slides open. You going in, yeah?
Yeah.
You know the thing.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna first check on Chang.
Yeah, but as you walk in, the thing on the other side of the table, without warning, does absolutely nothing. So you head over to Chiang, and she's alive, barely, but she is alive.
I'm going to check the wound or whatever where that creature came out of, if there are any spores or whatever they are left.
Yeah, that'll take. You'll need to set her down for a proper. You can't see anything visually, but you'll have to set her up for a proper analysis, and that could take a very long time.
Then I'll just call out to the rest. Keep an eye on her. She is barely alive, but I don't know if she still has those spores or whatever they are in her. And I'm going to check the walls if I find the decontamination material in the...
They're all clearly marked where the emergency facilities are. You can get the panels open, and what you've got, they're like the size of scuba divers' oxygen tanks, and there's about 5 of them, all stacked one on top of the other. You just basically twist the cap, take the pipe off, and it's like they're on these C clamps. You can just pull it out. Very heavy, but simple to move.
I would put them in the vent. I'd put, if you can, get them in the vents in the engine room. So that's going to do the whole ship then.
Oh, well, are they like, do they have like backpack style things or?
No. You'd have to carry them. You'd have to use both hands to carry them.
It's just like we could put Chang in that like auto dock table, even though it's not powered, just to like. Yeah.
Well,
if something does happen to her, at least it'll be contained initially by the glass.
I'm going
that
to.
Isn't contained by
I'm
the
going
glass.
to go like.
It put a hole in it.
There and I'm like,
or did it smash it?
So
I've seen how strong you are.
Sorry?
There's 2 guys.
I'm calling Tamara because she is strong.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed all of that. So what was that? Sorry, Scone.
Yeah, I'm going out to Tamara because I need someone strong to carry those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks strong.
What was the other thing you were saying?
So Tamara's strong enough to carry 2 at a time. So.
Yeah.
I'm hench as fuck.
Proper hench.
I mean, I'll do that. I was just what the other 2 were saying about the medical bay thing.
Yeah.
Did the table get smashed completely? Like, I thought it just opened and then.
Yeah, no, the canopy smashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there.
Okay.
The table still works. You just won't be able to see
things, man. I was there.
You weren't there, man.
Okay. Yeah.
Game over, man. Game over.
What I'm
SpongeBob.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the canisters. I'm going to carry 2 of them to the engine room door.
Yeah.
Because there's been talk about putting them in the vents, but I mean we need to clear the engine room. Question: is there a flammable sign on these canisters?
No, there isn't. No.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. That would have been a quick way to get rid of them.
Well, no, I was thinking of just chucking it into the engine room, but if it's a bit hot.
I think you got to manually do the top, ain't you? Because it's got.
Yeah. Once you've taken the pipe out, it's resealed. You're gonna have to manually undo the tops. It'll actually spray like a fire extinguisher. It's just pressurized disinfectant, basically.
Yeah. But while we were in there getting the disinfectant, I hope you 2 are checking how the ventilation system works.
No, that's
we're not even in there yet. We're not even in there yet.
We're
Because
still
that
trying to get the things over.
Yeah. Hench Tamara's trying to...
Yeah, I could probably take one canister. But my strength is like 7.
Yeah, we don't know about what's with the...
No, my strength is 5.
We've got to get it through... We've got to go through the engine room, so we need to clear the engine room to be able to get into the vents.
So what are you going to do in the engine room then?
Are we able to put like a nozzle or something? Is there something like that you can make it into a sprayable weapon?
No, like I say, you can spray. You just undo the cap at the top, and then because it's not attached to a pipe, it'll just spray out.
Then I will use one of them.
Yeah.
To go into the engine room and at least take out the ones that are there.
Gotcha.
So that the guys can check how the ventilation system works, so we can vent it into the hallway where the others are, and the canteen, of course.
Okay, you walk in with this. Now the thing's going to take all your strength. These things, like I say, these like big heavy tanks. So you unscrew the top. You're just going to walk into the engine room, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll need you to make a roll, and that will be against strength, please. Difficulty 13.
And it's a pretty high roll.
Yeah, you said you were going to do it first. I was already there.
14.
How much?
14.
Excellent. You walk in, it's spraying all over the place. It's difficult to maneuver, and of course there's all crap and detritus and body parts all over the floor. But it starts to have an effect almost straight away. These things had already started moving away from the piping because the engine's starting to cool down, and you see they're sort of lifting away. The tentacles kind of shaking, like they're looking for the next warm thing to grab hold of, like almost like withdrawal symptoms. But then suddenly, as soon as the disinfectant hits the gas, the outer skin starts to melt, and they start to thrash around. Of course, the first thing that they want to do is stop the source of this, so they do lash out. So I'm going to need you to make an agility roll, please.
Don't get hit, you'll be fine.
And that's a 10.
How much?
A 10.
So basically, it's against their close combat skill, which is 2, and I roll a 4, so that's a 6. That's a miss. So the tentacles are flashing about, and you managed to kill. I said there was 12 down here. So roll a d6. One. You managed to kill one of them. The other ones are still there. They'll still be able to attack. Is there anybody else want to go in with a canister?
Oh yeah, I was.
Is that canister completely used up?
No. That canister will last for 4 rounds.
I was ready at the door with the 2 canisters.
Yeah.
So
She could do one in each hand.
Are you going with both canisters? Yeah.
Don't you
No.
both of them.
No.
Remember, you got 5 canisters.
I'm only going to go in with 1 at the minute. But essentially, is Adam's visor up or down?
I don't know. Is it up or down? I assume down. Are your helmets closed?
I wouldn't know. I think that these suits would have like a scrubber or.
Well, they're just vac suits, so anything in the atmosphere will protect you from. So as long as your visor's down and your suit's sealed, you'll be fine.
I wouldn't have opened the visor because I don't know if this ship is compromised with the air.
Yeah.
I think Tamara was the only one who said that they did open it.
Yeah, me and
I opened it as well.
So it's down. Is that what we're getting at?
It's down. It's closed. Yeah,
Okay.
you're fine.
So
a bit misty, you're fine.
I will just.
So you just walk in, spraying around. So again, I'll need you to make an agility roll, please.
Yeah, I have no care for where Adam is. I will just even spraying him if they're going for him, and just spraying all around.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, so strength 18.
18. Sorry, no agility. Sorry.
Oh, agility.
Yeah.
15.
15. So it's 15 to hit. And I got a +2 and I rolled. Well, shit, I rolled a 12. So that's a 14. So almost got you. The pseudopod tentacle weird things go flashing past you, and you kill 1d6 of them.
1d6.
Remember, there's 12 in here.
Roll better than I did.
3.
You rolled it 3. So there's still 8 left, and they get a little bit fucking agitated. So remember, each canister can spray for 4 rounds. So you've used up 1 round's worth of spray already. Yeah?
Yeah. Keep going.
What do you want to do now? Keep
We're
going?
not use the other 2 canisters. We're not using them.
Let's just save them.
We've got 1
Keep them
canister
reserved.
each. So you've got 3 canisters left.
And I'm like trying to communicate. Don't use all. Don't keep the other ones. I want to try to kill them all with these 2.
Yep.
So that we have enough left to at least destroy the nest also.
Okay, so make another agility roll as they attack you. I mean, there's no way you're going to miss spraying gas around the place. So there's no attack roll for that. This is basically your defense against them as they're trying to stop you.
This isn't
So,
11.
yeah, could you make 11, yeah? And I rolled an 8 plus 2 is 10. Bloody hell. So that just misses you as well. Like, they're literally lashing out blindly in the dark and in the gas. And they're not
Maybe
hitting.
we'll get a first.
Yeah, that's
done.
another D6, please.
2. I rolled it
Another
again
2.
immediately.
So there's 6 left. So do you want to make an agility roll, please, Tony? What's your roll? So I can't hear you.
Can't.
I'm muted. 1.
There we go. You order 1. So what's that in total plus your
9.
agility? 9. Oh dear. And it rolls. A 6 plus 2 is 8. Oh,
my
Jesus Christ.
God.
They're always rolling 1 below.
Jesus.
I guess.
So you do get another D6. Excuse me.
4.
4. So there's 2 left.
No.
This will be spray 3 for you. I've never thought of saying
This will be the third one.
So yeah, this will be your 3rd one. So you got 1 spray left after this.
Mm-hmm.
So make your roll. Agility, please.
7.
A 7. And he rolls a 7 as well. So that's 7. So that's 9. So this attack hits you.
Oh.
No, you're in a vac suit, which will give you basic flat vest protection. So please roll a D4. So D12 divided by 3. Round up. You rolled a 1.
On the D4.
Yeah. And he rolled, his damage is 6. So you've taken 6 points of, 5 points of damage. It lashes out with one of its, with its razor thing, proboscis, and it slashes and it actually slices through your suit and into your flesh.
Ooh.
So you've taken 5 points of damage. And now I'm going to need you to make a strength roll. And you've got to beat 13.
Oh, my strength is not that high, but let's hear it.
Equal to or more than 13.
Equal.
Equal. Gotcha. It digs in and it slices, but you don't know if it's the claw that got you or just the thing. It slices it over. It hurts a hell of a lot, but you don't know if you penetrated or not. And then you roll a d6 to see how many more you killed.
Well, I already rolled that one.
How much?
5.
5. Well, there was only 2 left. So it slashes you.
Well,
and
it's still-
throws.
While
Sorry?
it's still going, the disinfection, I just pointed at myself
Yeah.
just to be sure that
Ooh.
the wound is disinfected. Might
Okay,
hurt,
that's
but
gonna
still.
That's going to sting.
It hurts. It hurts a lot, actually, because you're blowing basically compressed gas onto yourself. So that's freezing. So all of your rolls from now on will be a -1 penalty. That hurts a lot. But you disinfect. But unfortunately, if you turn it on yourself, then that's using up your last gas. So that gas now, yeah? Got it. So that's it. Every creature in here is now dead.
Okay.
Wait. At least we have 1 safe room.
Yeah,
you need,
Go check out how it really hurts. How it works.
fence.
Yeah. Sorry, the pain, it's kind of distracting.
You squirted it on you. It's only your fault.
It was this or end up like a friend in the medical bay.
I'm gonna stop this point at him a little bit. It's like, we don't know for sure.
Yeah, imagine if she turned out to be completely fine.
No, it's fine. It was me all along. It's just a condition I have.
It's a
The
scratch.
cup is also freeze-dried closed, so
It was a
Go check out how the ventilation works and
Yeah.
That smells nice.
let's
Ventilation.
put in the last of the gas and take out this nest and all those critters.
Okay, so somebody's going to have to make a engineering roll to effectively connect one of these canisters to the ventilation system.
Engineering. What's that?
Mechanics.
Sorry,
Not
mechanical roll. Sorry. I was too busy thinking of those dark places.
I've got 6.
It's just the other game you design.
That's just me or Tony who do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's right now. So it's thematic. I have the canister. So if you're coming in to do the vents, then if you want to roll it, Andy, then
Yeah. There's a flush system on the vents, and basically, if you turn the valve on and just shoved it in the intake, it should flood the entire ship. I'll need you to make it work effectively. I'll need you to make somebody to make a mechanical roll.
Is that D12? Yeah, and plus
D12 plus your mechanical. Yeah. Difficulty 13.
Oh shit!
What'd you roll
9.
in total?
Yeah.
You,
Wow.
you shove it in. You turn the canister on. You open up all the vents, but it doesn't seem to be spreading. Whatever reason, it's just not taking it. Unfortunately, now all the vents are open.
Shit.
Let's try again quickly.
Somebody else want to give it a shot?
Let's not worry about it. Let's try again. Yeah.
yeah, can
So
go.
I'm not a mechanic, so I have even less of a chance of succeeding.
Yeah, I'll go over and have a look and fiddle with the dials and stuff to try and
You get
help.
up and have a fiddle. So roll a d12 and that's mechanical.
Where'd it go? Roll. Mechanical 12.
12. Difficulty is 13. Is that 12 in total?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not working. And then in the cargo,
I think the gas
is
has
anybody
got
still in
in
the
the
cargo room?
middle.
Yeah, it's knocked you out a little bit. It's not your fault, don't worry. Is anybody still in the cargo room?
No, I
No,
think
they were all in the engine room or...
apart from John.
In the cargo room, you hear Boar shout, "Fuck hell!
Oh no. Oh no.
They're coming through the vents!"
Come on, guys.
Try it again.
I
Still have to
Put your brains together. Let's see what we can do.
Come on. Who wants to make the
Let's
roll
use
now?
my brain. That's the biggest one.
Yeah, I'll
The person who just doused himself in freezing liquid.
I'll give it another go.
Go on, make another roll.
Ooh, that's a 7 and 13.
13.
Yes.
Finally, you think, shit. There's a fail-safe filter in here.
it's
Which basically
upside
stops
down.
people from shit into the filter system. So you rip that filter out, you manage to get it jammed in, and then next thing you know, there's all these warning signs go up on the screen because there's some shit in the system. But now you've taken the filter out, nothing can stop it, and it starts pumping through. Can somebody roll a D3 for me, please?
Well, I have a D3 here.
Oh, cool. Can you roll that?
Actual D3.
Oh, result. Make you roll.
A 1.
A 1.
D-
Boars comes. There's one inside the fucking cargo room. You hear a screech and that horrible flopping wet towel sound.
It's what attacked the ship.
Has he got a weapon on him?
No,
he
he
has
just
no.
squash it.
His muscles are his weapon.
Not even an improvised weapon.
Let's get the gas. Let's get the last canisters. Let's get the last of him.
Yeah, let's get them in. Get them in.
Get
Boars
them
is
in the
backing
vents.
away as fast as he can, but this thing's coming running at him. So someone's going to have to make an agility roll to get to the creature before he gets to Boars.
Just you.
I'll do
Who's
it.
going?
I'll
Who's
do
doing it?
Okay.
I can do agility. What's it? Mine's like
We can.
it's
all
my
do
second
it.
highest.
Well, I got 20.
I got
Well-
18 on agility.
I got 21.
Yeah.
I don't know.
21, 18. So who rolled the highest? Sorry.
And
As long as
21,
someone rolled above 13,
um,
fine. Yeah.
There was Turner.
Gotcha. Okay, you go flying forward. Have you got a gas canister?
No.
Yeah, I think we.
no.
Are you going to take a shot?
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot at it.
Okay, so it's going to be against its agility. So your difficult to hit is going to be 9.
not that hard.
What is it? Okay, range.
It's range combat. He's vanished.
No, I'm just looking at because I
He's
can't.
one with the green screen.
Yeah,
He was never there. That's the mystery.
Yeah. Oh, that's that much of a ninja. That's D12, isn't it?
It's a good subterfuge roll.
Please be good.
Yeah, D12 plus your range combat. Difficulty to hit is 9. Yeah, 9.
Did I get 8? I got 14.
14, that's a hit. So you're rolling your damage, which is 1d6 plus 6. Higher the better. As ever.
3.
6, so 9 in total.
Yeah.
Okay. You pull off the shot, you hit it, the bullet goes through it and out the other end. Again, it sort of slows down, but it's still going to be able to make a strike at Boars. Can somebody roll a d12, please, and add 6 to it for me? That's Boars' roll. Scully, why didn't you make that roll for me, please?
5 plus 6, so that's 11.
It's 11. So the creature takes a swing at him with a +3, and he rolls a 6, so there's 9, so it's a miss. So with your last bullet, you've got another chance to shoot if you want to.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Right.
To hit, you're going to need, again, 9.
Well, good job. I've rolled a 9 there, plus he's 15.
Brilliant. So roll 1d6 plus 6.
I got 12.
12. Oh, God, that's more than enough. So yeah, with the last shot in your gun, as it rears up over Boards, he's falling back going, fucking hell! You pull the shot off, it goes straight through his body, almost slices it in half, and it literally just explodes with a large crescendo of Jim Horner music, and it goes splashing onto the ground, very, very dead. And throughout the ship, as the disinfectant goes through the system, you can actually see it coming out the vents like dry ice, and you can hear all kinds of screaming, screeching throughout the ship, which echoes throughout the ship and then slowly dies away.
Do I have something that I could put that one that is with us in, that it doesn't disappear because of the disinfectant?
There's waste storage bins inside the cargo room, in the engine room. You could get one of those. They're sealable because they're for.
Because I want to take this along as a specimen to because I'm still a scientist. This is a scientific breakthrough to
yeah,
discover.
you massive nerd.
I'm not a nerd.
Nothing's ever gone bad with taking a secret new unknown species back.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
you
mostly
can
when you
spin
take an unknown species back alive.
Yeah, true.
I'm going to say to Boars, you saved me, we're equal, mate.
Oh, thank you for that. Nice one. Cheers, fella.
No
Right.
worries.
How about we get the fuck out of here?
Yeah. I'm listening to the door
Yeah,
of the hallway. If I don't hear any screeching or whatever anymore,
yeah. No, it's
Then I'll-
echoed away for a few minutes now.
then I open the door. Do
And
I
there's
see?
probably about half a
Does it
dozen
look
of
like
these
slugs that have been salted?
yeah, well, no, they look like they're like melted.
Jelly.
Look like it's jelly almost. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're all smeared, they're all dripping from the vents. Were the ones that got into the vents, and they're all trickling and dribbling down the walls.
Then I will go to the bridge
We'll do
and restart the engines and ask the one that is good at piloting to fly the ship.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, did we use all of the canisters?
No, you only plugged one in. There's still 3.
I'm going to borrow one, and just to be doubly sure, use some of it in our escape pod.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Because it's like the one bit that the vent system for the ship doesn't really get to.
Yeah.
That's very true. So yeah, the only thing in there is the doggo, but you managed to.
Yeah, I don't trust that dog anymore, but we'll see how it goes.
The dog looks a bit shit. So yeah, a labradoodle. So whose side is he on? The Labradors or the dude?
It's that she is asleep in real life, but if you see her, I bet you're falling in love.
Well, there you go. Well, that's what your dog's doing right now, curled up, asleep, waiting for its masters to come back.
My dog wouldn't let me fall in love with another dog, so I'm fine.
Yeah, you basically give it a spray. The ships, once you get the ship powered up, the power systems come back on. Navigation's going to take a little while. It's probably going to take you a few hours to set up a navigation.
Oh, we can all just relax.
So you'll need to get a Stellar Fix. So that's going to take a few
We might
hours.
need to find somewhere else to eat that isn't the canteen there.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of rations inside the escape pods.
Yeah.
So you should have navigation, a navigational fix within about 6 to 12 hours, and then the jump will take 24 hours.
Nice.
So about a day and a half, you should be kind of pulling into a friendly port.
Woo! We made it.
Smells bits. A little bit of scrubbing in the screen, a couple of screen doors. The ship should be as good as new. Yeah, slowly the ship powers up when you finally get your new navigation set up. You put the coordinates in. You found a couple of sort of waypoints, almost like landmarks, so you can get a good idea where you are. So jump yourself back into capital state space, and then get yourself another fix into an outer marker, which then will get you into the core systems. Slowly the ship powers up, and it shimmers once, almost like it goes out of focus as it heads into singularity jump, and then vanishes. And that is the end.
And
we did it.
You did it. Well done,
I
everyone.
survived a John Marks Hicks game.